Alright.
We'll give it another sec for y'all to load up. Roll 20.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot to click one button.
How dare you?
Roll20 didn't make me reset my password this time.
How dare you not be there to look at my login
thing?
screen?
A new arc begins. Aw, the old one's gone.
You haven't seen The Last of Us!
That one guy that just won't go. You know what? You know what? That's fair. He got a raw deal at the second time.
Man, he didn't get to, like, even say hello. Y'all just destroyed him.
Both of the combat encounters we had were just like, all right, let's take out the strongest guy first, and then we'll figure it out.
I mean, it's not a bad strategy.
The Basilisk didn't get to move. The Snake Man didn't get to move.
Yep.
That Leviathan's eye with the box. That's beautiful.
My precious.
So we're gonna kill the Leviathan today?
Yeah, easily.
Sure, go for it.
Just gonna punch him. Just get him right in the jaw.
Maybe he just really likes baked goods. And
You know,
Okay.
to be fair, no one has offered him cookies yet.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
I think I did try a good berry, but he saw through that. He wouldn't have it. If I'd rolled better, it would have worked. But
Yeah. I'm sure that DC was just barely missed. 49 DC.
Yeah.
So, while we wait for Liz to get roll 20 rolled up, last time you all made your way into the Temple of Ramenos, where you took out some basilisks, you killed some innocent frog people, as well as some lizard folk.
Did anyone else get a kill on frog people other than Dadrios?
I missed one on the surface.
Oh, I feel bad about that.
Yeah, he did a flying leap and took out a bunch of them, and then Mr. Necromancer showed up and took out a bunch more of them with his poisonous cloud. But you managed to jump the poor snake, who never gets any combat time. Kill him.
Mr. One round.
Yeah, Mr.
It wasn't. His screen time wasn't in the budget this time.
Yeah, it wasn't.
In all fairness, he did mesmerize our bard, and that's kill on sight.
That is pretty impressive. So, you met the necromancer, Kroga, and his big beefy friend, Grut, and his very big, very cold axe. Thankfully, your Vlad the Slag was there to get the crap beat out of him for a bunch of rounds, while y'all dealt with the necromancer and the rest of the cleanup. Upon Dadrios slicing both Krog and
Gret.
Yeah, I've said the name wrong. Anyway, you cut them both in half. Upon slicing them both in half, you were perhaps surprised, perhaps not, by the large black dragon that walked out and his twin brother.
Wasn't expecting to, I'll give you that.
Who let you all know that their interest in immortality had encouraged them to side with these dragon cultists, but the use of lichdom in order to achieve it disgusted them. And since you saved them the time of eventually having to clean these cultists out of their lair, they didn't immediately kill you, which is always a plus. Upon leaving, however, they seemed to catch the smell of the egg that Rygnerik was carrying inside the lead box. Upon coming closer and being slightly less than friendly, they demanded the egg, which the party decided to hand over to them. I left out where you found the wizards, but y'all know that part. You found your wizards.
We found, quote unquote, the wizards.
Yeah, you found a couple of soulless wizards and came to the realization that their souls were probably in a box that was given away to appease a Leviathan.
While saving a city.
It did save the city.
Can't ignore that.
Yeah,
'cause-
it's definitely a glass half full kind of situation. We'll go with that.
And just run up like, hey, Mr. Leviathan, have a box.
Yeah, it was done in order to avert a impending crisis successfully. But as you take your unconscious wizards and teleport back to Blackstaff's tower in Waterdeep, the teleportation circle fades. You all kind of land on the ground to the surprise of a lot of students nearby, especially with Vlad there. A few people do run away immediately. And Sir Smush and the Get Down Boys, what are you doing?
You know, I really feel that I think giving him the box may have been like Cumberbach giving Thanos the time stone. It was the only way to have that we could win. We just didn't know that Liz had done the math and seen the 14 million different futures. All right, wizards or clerics first?
Well, we're at the wizard place, right?
Yeah, y'all are teleported right to the grounds on the university, right in front of Blackstaff Tower.
So
Let's
let's
go talk to the wizard lady.
Let's find the 5th smartest wizard in the city. Because 1 through 4 are with us.
Okay. You head to Mersta's office.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you leaving the rest of them just kind of in a pile next to the tower, or what are you doing with their
Oh no,
unconscious?
we're taking them with us.
Okay. So
I've got 2 of them slugged over each shoulder. It's fine. We
Okay.
got it.
So you are definitely getting some looks as you walk through the university.
I mean, we probably put a cloak on him or something. I don't just want the city's power mage just like dangled over Slad's shoulder.
do you cover him with something?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We're not dragging them by their
So it
feet.
just looks like we've got some suspicious body-sized.
Yeah. So you're still getting some looks for sure. Especially Vlad, who's like, "Hey, everyone!" He's waving at people. He's not helping your case too much.
I mean, if our cart's on the way, we could just pick that up and travel a little faster too.
Your cart is is it still at Kashiki's?
Last time I remember it was she'd repaired the.
Yeah, I believe it's still parked at Kashiki's. Who's still out of town, by the way?
Mercer was supposed to pick her up.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm
like,
sorry.
broke it out.
You did send Marisha to go grab her. That's right. But you make your way to Mercer's office. It's about late afternoon, early evening at this point. Marisha is not in her office.
Super.
I just imagine we open the door with these bodies, and that's the sound that comes out. It's like, oh, super great.
All right, we ask around, I guess.
Okay.
Does she have a receptionist or something?
No receptionist, but
I thought
It's-
she was the receptionist.
Burn.
ooh. What? Just because she's a woman?
She's a good smart
No.
wizard.
God,
I-
Dadrios, be more sensitive.
I just thought she was Blackstaff's. I don't know.
You just assumed? Is that what you're gonna say?
No,
Your old character would be so mad at you right now.
probably.
Loses paladin powers for a day.
Asking around, you discover that despite where you found her conveniently before, she doesn't actually live in her office. I know.
Shock.
But it takes you you have to get through a couple students. Some of them straight just won't talk to you because they're not sure what's going on with you. But you do find she has a residence nearby on campus. If you wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turns out this is her day off, and she's just like, God damn it.
Or one day off. Like, I hope they don't show up. Ding dong. Oh, God.
Son of a... So, You make your way a little bit away from the main set of buildings, and you find what looks almost like a kind of squat 2-story, nice-looking set of apartments, basically. It's several living dwellings kind of put together. They don't seem to be for students. They seem to be a little more upper end, like high-class condos.
Do they have a pool?
In the back, there is a pool.
I get a pamphlet from the front office.
Stay with us, and all your magic needs will be met. So her condominium is on the second floor. You make your way up to the number you inspected. You knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kick it in.
Up to
Like
you.
we did with the gambling wizard. Just smash it. He never knows when we're gonna be there.
So you knock on the door, and it takes probably about a minute until you hear a latch and the door opens, and you see Marishta, much more casually dressed than she usually is. She's wearing not quite t-shirt and sweatpants, but kind of on par with that. Just a very simple shirt and a very simple set of pants. And
is it like a Garfield I Hate Mondays?
yeah, she's holding her number 1 wizard coffee mug.
Number 5 wizard.
It's just, it's
Number
yeah.
5 wizard.
Number 5 is scratched out and written in, says number 1 now.
Like a gift from Blackstone, just reminding her.
But she opens the door, and she, like, her face goes from curious to seeing all you to kind of like,
Oh my god, was I right?
Did you order the 4 wizards, ma'am? Ta-da! Prestige, and I pulled the cloths off.
So you do see just a hint of annoyance in her face seeing you until you show the pile of unconscious mages you have with you, and she immediately sets down her number 1 wizard coffee mug and rushes out and goes to Blackstaff first and kind of like looks him over and is like, what is, she kind of checks his pulse. Why isn't he awake?
We think his soul was stolen.
She kind of
Standing there quietly, looking extremely uncomfortable.
You remember that one subject you didn't like us talking about before?
so
In the teleporter room.
she kind of does the Stewie Griffin DeBryan
Slow turn.
slow head turn at all of you, and she's like, what did you all do?
Well, we didn't take their souls.
Good start.
They may have been in a box, unbeknownst to us. On a scale of 1 to bad, if they happen to become property in possession of a Leviathan, what are we looking at?
She kind of just like puts her head in her hands and just sits there a moment, and you're not sure which deity she's talking to, but it doesn't sound particularly happy.
I mean,
And
we got the bodies.
We get half of them back,
and
at
she
least.
she
We got
kind
the
of
material pieces.
she kind of like takes her head out of her hands. She's like, wait here, cover them back up before, God, I don't even want anyone to see this. And she got, wait here, and she goes back into her apartment for a second.
I start flipping through her magazines, see what she's got on the coffee table.
No, she closes the door in your face.
Oh,
You were all waiting outside.
like hits my beard.
And she returns about a minute later, holding about a fist-sized black crystal in her hand. And she kind of closes the door behind you, and she goes, come, follow me, bring them stealthily. And she kind of looks at Vlad, and she's like, and just walks off, and beelines back towards Blackstaff Tower. You...
We follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stealthily.
So
I am uncharacteristically quiet. I'm
So-
not hitting her. I'm not flirting with anybody.
There's a small crowd now.
I'm
That's-
just kind of looking at my feet.
That's
Yeah.
just kind of like if there could be cell phones up, there would be cell phones up at this point in time.
Oh God.
Oddly enough, they're gonna know if the bard's not pointing fingers at someone, it's probably her.
But
Well, she's not blaming the dwarf. It's gotta be her this time.
you kind of all beeline quickly, and Marishta just kind of has her head down, like mumbling something. Beeline straight to the tower, and she holds the crystal up to the tower and says a few arcane words, and you see an outline form in the seamless tower that slowly fades into a doorway. And
I want a cloud right, like everything's fine across the sky. Like,
yeah,
it's okay.
and
It's
she
normal.
opens the door, and she's like, "Inside, please, quickly."
Yep.
So you all kind of
Righto.
funnel in. She goes in behind you and closes the door and says something else as she closes it, and the door disappears behind y'all. You find yourself back in the same kind of lounge that Blackstaff had met you in beforehand. It seems to be this is the
So would this be my first time here?
maybe, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Dadrios has ever been here. But it's a very nice reading room. There's a fireplace lit on the other side. Kind of two large couches facing each other with a table in the middle, a nice rug in the middle, a lot of knickknacks along the wall. And she kind of gestures to the couch. She's like, "Put him down there." And she
I lean
starts.
towards Dadrios and let them know they have pretty decent room service here.
And she kind of pockets the crystal and starts pacing back and forth. She's like, okay, hold on. She takes the crystal out again and summons the door again, walks out the door, closes it behind her. So
Well,
you are all left in the room for a moment.
so we've never been left alone. Oh, is it just in the room, or like we have the tower to ourselves?
You can look around.
Oh, he probably got arcane traps all over the place, doesn't he?
Hmm.
I don't want to be the first one to get killed by his desk lightning. I'm probably gonna blind myself, but I'm gonna go ahead. If I got 10 minutes to ritually cast detect magic, I'll do that.
Sure. So you get about 6 minutes into the cast when the door opens back up, and Mercia kind of, comes back in and closes the door again behind him. Do you want to continue casting, or are you going to stop?
Oh no, I fling my hands behind my back like I wasn't doing nothing.
Okay. She doesn't seem to notice. She seems preoccupied. She kind of walks in. She's like, okay, I think I've mostly through lots of threats of grades contained this. It seems like she went outside and made some very threatening words to everyone watching, not to tell anyone what they saw.
Well, I mean, their faces were covered.
Yeah, it's not hard to figure out what's going on. But
The buff muscle hanging out
yeah.
with his rings on.
But she's like, I think I've contained the panic for now. She kind of looks up at you all. She's like, okay, so, what's the plan?
We
Hey.
steal their souls from the Leviathan.
Or barter for them. But I have a question for you.
Sure.
What purpose would a lizard lich, if you will, have to take the souls of 4 powerful mages, put them in a box, leave the box in a house, take the bodies to a lair, put it around a giant crystal, and we lift the crystal out of the bag that's connected to a spring of magical dragon water for the purposes of immortality.
She has a bit of a glazed expression as you say all this, as she's trying to track all the things you just said.
We've had a doozy of a day.
It's a lot to process. You're not
I
wrong.
see that. Let me see the crystal.
Yeah, and it's like a big crystal, right?
Yeah, it's like a probably 1.5 feet tall, maybe a foot wide. It's a a big ass crystal.
Yeah.
And she kind of inspects it. She's like, I've never seen a crystal like this before. It's
When it was connected to the water, to its source, it would knock you unconscious, or I don't know, maybe kill you if you weren't strong of will.
she kind of like holds it away from herself a little bit, like.
Oh no, it's probably fine now as my ears glow.
Keyword probably.
I'm going to hand this back to you for now. And she kind of like backs away from it a little bit.
Back in the
So,
bag.
Okay, I don't. That crystal is some kind of material I haven't seen before. But as for capturing their souls, which is concerning, I mean, the possibilities are limitless. What you could do with the just one soul of a powerful mage, let alone 4.
I agree, but why leave it?
Well, I would imagine it was. Where did you find it?
Topiaries, 4 statues, house in the swamp, haunted, old. What was that guy's name?
Wolf something. I feel like started with a W.
Wolf.
I think.
Wolf something.
Wolf Hill, Mr. Dory Wolf Hill.
Yeah.
Dory Wolfhill's manor,
She kind
bottom floor.
She kind of recognizes the name. She's like, the Wolf Hill Manor. Oh, we lost Liz. There she is. She kind of is like, the Wolf Hill Manor. I've heard of that place. That's there's a strong gathering of undead magic in that place, if I recall.
The books are not very friendly.
I would imagine probably not. No. It would certainly be an ideal place for a soul capture ritual, and pretty good place to hide a box, if you're asking me.
Come to think of it, there was some ritualistic runes and blood on the ground.
It would have
In the
taken
bottom hidden cellar.
a couple of sacrifices for sure.
Yeah.
A box, something like that would. A catalyst like that you could do almost anything with.
Out of character, was the box in the ritual room, or did we find it upstairs in one of the drawers?
No, you found it
upstairs.
the box you found in the center of the ritual circle in the basement.
Oh.
Yeah, to me that's just the most boggling thing that they leave that there.
Perhaps it was. I mean, I can't say. Perhaps it was meant to be delivered later or something. If you said a lich?
Lizard Lich.
Lizard lich, great.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if the ceremony would certainly be enough to acquire lichdom, I would guess the soul of the lich would probably be in that box too.
Well, he was running around.
Well, you wouldn't want to keep your box with you, because then anyone could just take it from you.
Maybe he
and-
was using the souls of the wizards to seal the box or make it stronger somehow, because we couldn't open it.
That's definitely a possibility. And you said the Leviathan now has this box.
Slowly kind of turning back to Ashling at the end of the room.
Yes.
All heads just kind of slowly swivel
you're-
towards the bard.
Well, you remember when the city was underwater?
I do. I still
mean-
have a few ruined books from that.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. He was gonna... kill everyone.
I see.
If he didn't get the box.
He wants tribute. We didn't know at the time. He seemed to really like the box, and now we kind of know why.
Yeah, I imagine he would.
So, that's a problem for tomorrow team.
Yeah. Okay. She's like kind of in shock.
But I'm just gonna state the obvious. We need the box back to return the souls, right? There's no way around it.
Not any way that I would know of. Yeah, you would need the box back for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Do you have a scrying room back at the wizard school?
Well, I can scry. I don't. It doesn't need a room. I mean,
I didn't know if you had a fancy crystal ball or a pool of magical water or a nice mirror.
Nothing quite as dramatic is required. It's a simple spell if you have the arcane nature to do so.
I mean, out of character, I can do that too now. Is why I was asking if they had a room with the components already for doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, you're looking for material components?
Well, yeah, I didn't know if they had a room set up for that kind of stuff. You know, like a computer lab.
Scrying is not discouraged specifically, but not exactly encouraged either. We do have the components available on campus, but we don't have a designated "let's spy on other people" room. No.
Well, the reason I ask is the Leviathan did take me through his secret tunnels, and I did see his hoard room filled with, I don't even want to mention the amount of magical treasure was in there. And if I had to guess, if he doesn't have it on his person, it would be there. So I can
Very
attempt
possible.
to see if it's there, since I've seen it firsthand.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Kelvin has. If you don't have the materials on hand, and she starts kind of looking around the room and it's like, oh, he always keeps everything in such a strange configuration. She's kind of like, she's kind of like you, where she's like, I don't necessarily want to touch anything that might blow up in my face. Kind of.
I was about to say, you mean like damaged and broken inside?
Sure.
She's like me.
After today, yes, a little bit. But she's kind of looking around the room. She kind of like opens the
Like,
drawer
okay,
and she's
okay.
like, eh.
I pull out of my pocket a
Mhm.
diamond and say, "Can you just use this to look through or something?"
Oh no, it's got to be like literally a crystal ball, a fancy mirror that's worth a certain amount of money, or a font, a pool of water that's it has to be worth like 1,000 gold or something.
She's like, I don't have those things available here. I know there's a nice owl fellow in town.
Oh, we know him.
Oh, are we gonna have to go
happy
back
to
to our
see us.
friends? Yeah, our friend's shop.
That would.
Is-
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything shiny in the room?
There are, I mean, several shiny things. What are you looking for?
A mirror, a shiny pan, whatever.
1,000 gold.
There is
What?
a small mirror hanging on the wall. As to its worth, you could try to appraise it.
What's the closest circle you have?
I walk up to the mirror and lay the diamond on it. I'm like, there, the mirror's worth 1,000 gold
You
now.
spit a piece of gum on it and tape it to it.
It scratches the glass slightly.
What's the closest circle you have to Dragon Spear? Is that Dragon Spear? That's what it's
Dragon
called, right?
Spear. Yeah, Dragon Spear Castle. Oh, I don't have anything down that direction. The closest would be, I think Daggerford's the closest town, but I don't believe they have a teleportation circle there.
It was about in the sticks.
Do you have, like, a book of teleportation circles or anything?
No?
Why is that not a thing? That should be a thing, just like a phone book.
Well,
Yeah.
and she kind of gestures to the tower. She's like, there is undoubtedly one here. The thing with teleportation circles is most people don't want uninvited guests just appearing. So they're usually fairly well protected, and only those trusted are allowed to gain the knowledge of their arcane symbols.
Okay. Well, can we see the teleportation circle here so we can get back more easily once we have their souls?
Or get scared.
I like the optimism.
Sure. And she kind of looks hesitantly around the room. She's like, "There's one in the tower, somewhere."
You think Caliban's the kind of guy that has one from his bedroom to the bathroom?
Maybe.
Just to save the steps.
I don't. I mean,
There's the only one in this city is the one in his tower.
Well, no, because we went through the one in her office at the
well, no,
school, right?
she drew one on the ground to go
Oh,
to
yeah,
a fixed one.
yeah.
It's, there's
Like,
a
how
lot
do
of
you?
there's a lot of powerful magics here. So for safety concerns, there are no circles outside the tower on the campus, because then people could see them and come into the campus.
Okay.
There's the
Do
one.
you know how to get to the teleportation circle in his tower?
Not exactly.
Well, you've obviously teleported back here before. Do we need to, like, step outside and then you teleport to the teleportation circle?
Got you there.
I could try that actually.
She's gonna get vaporized in a trap, and we're gonna feel real shitty.
No, I mean, that's how she gets back every time.
Well,
right? The only
I-
teleport she has is teleportation circle.
I mean,
I-
she could use.
Every time she's teleported us somewhere, that's how she gets back.
That's true.
I could do that, sure.
Unless she's got scrolls of teleportation, she just pretends to use.
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
use
the
it on
other
her
question is, obviously you know the thing perfectly to be able to teleport to it. Can you just sketch it?
I could do that for sure. She kind of rifles through the desk and finds some paper, some parchment, quill, and she
Scrolls
draws.
start biting her.
Yeah. Ah, damn it. Thankfully, nothing attacks her, and she does draw out the arcane rune to Blackstaff's personal teleportation circle, and he kind of hands it to Rygnerik, and is like, "I don't need to tell you not to show anyone that." And
We'll
I
make sure to tell Blackstaff you gave it to us. I imagine his body is grimacing
probably
somehow. It's like
you feel a twitch. It's kind of weird. She's like, if you arrive there, these stairs that lead you back down to this room should materialize.
And then once those materialize, how do we get out?
Blackstone.
Well, you can exit the tower.
Okay.
And she kind of walks up to the door, and as she approaches, the door kind of fades into existence the closer she gets, and she kind of walks away and it kind of fades out.
Okay.
Could we weekend at Bernie's this guy
I was
through his
literally
tower
gonna make a joke.
and just have him start touching surfaces to see what unlocks?
You can always try.
Oh man, if he got Daffy Ducked and like exploded in his mortal form or his mortal body while his soul's away, he'd be so mad.
Okay, I'm gonna memorize the teleportation circle and then hand it to Ashling and say, "Here, memorize this and then eat it."
Okay. Okay. You memorize it to the best of your ability.
Do I have to roll for not being a dumbass?
You can just spend a minute looking at it and it's memorized as I understand it.
Yeah.
She also gets another one. I don't know which one the DM's gonna give her, but
Doesn't she get two?
Spell. Yeah, she gets two circles that the DM gets to decide which ones she gets.
I don't have teleport portal yet.
You actually
Teleportation circle?
Yeah, I don't have that.
Oh.
You
I wasn't able to take spells this
did not take it. Yeah.
You didn't get 5th level spells?
I don't
No.
think she did this level. No.
Level 9?
Yeah. Let me make sure her sheet. No, you're still level 8 on your sheet, Ashling.
Oh, that's why it wasn't working.
Yarp.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that was why we were mentioning it. But you were driving into a scary area,
Yeah.
so
Well, I went to my sheet and I leveled up to 9, and then it was like, "Cool, you get nothing." I was like, "Oh, okay." No, my sheet I'm level 9, and I don't get any more spells.
Let me check this.
You should
Let me check.
get an extra slot.
Yeah,
You can,
9th
like-
level, you get a 5th level spell slot.
Spells. Yep, you can take one 5th level spell.
What? Okay.
Mage hand.
I couldn't.
Did you want to take teleportation circle?
Let me look to be sure.
Sure.
There's a nice create rainbow one.
There's one that says kill Leviathan, but you probably don't want that one.
Leviathan kill. Power word kill Leviathan.
Yeah. It's weird. Only bards get that at level 9. Huh. I probably should have seen that coming. But yes, you, Ashling,
okay.
you are able to memorize the symbol, and Rygnerik feels more or less confident he got the gist of it.
Hey, I got cartographer skills. It's the same thing.
Okay, all right. You feel pretty good about it.
Dumb question. How do I add a spell?
So go to manage spells.
There is no managed spells.
Are you on your character sheet?
Yes.
Go to spells.
Get spells.
Then right next to the search box it says manage spells.
Oh.
And then click add spell, and just scroll on to the bottom and you'll see the level 5s.
Oh. Okay.
Also, I want to know if Mersta is a higher or lower level than me.
Make an insight check.
Oh no, I just automatically know that because I'm an insightful manipulator.
Really?
Is that really a skill you have?
I
Yes, I can find out of my choice if somebody is higher, lower, or the same as me in intelligence, wisdom, charisma, and class levels.
All right. Yeah. No.
And
I'm
at the
it.
DM's option, so it takes me 1 minute of interacting with them.
That's fine. You've
And then
plenty of that.
at the DM's option, I may also realize I know a piece of the creature's history or one of its personality traits.
That's fucking rad.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Let me bring her sheet up. So I don't remember. off the top
Have you
of
had
my
that
head.
long or?
No, it was a 9th level thing.
I'm gonna say, man, bury
No,
the lead.
that's part of being a manipulator. He's had it the whole time.
I wouldn't
He's known
tell you if
everything
I
about
did.
you.
He knows what I ate for breakfast yesterday.
Uh,
It's a good berry.
You know, Marishta is higher level than you.
Shit.
I also assume that she's
let's
more
see.
intelligent than I.
Actually, no. That's why. That's the difficulty part.
No, the one I want to know is charisma.
Well,
Is she
Your
is she higher or
intelligence
lower
is-
than 14?
Your intelligence is +0, and she's
No, I chose charisma and class levels.
her charisma is higher.
Wow.
Can you size up there? Like, if
That's-
she could arm wrestle you, is she stronger than you?
Your dexterity and strength are higher.
I'd hope so.
Okay. So,
Let's see. Do you get a numerical value on this, or just?
oh no, it's literally just higher, lower, or the same.
Greater than, less
Okay.
than.
She is quite a deal stronger than you. Nowhere
so-
near as strong as Blackstaff for sure, but definitely higher than you.
He
Well-
would.
So, Marissa, do you have anything that would be useful for raiding a Leviathan's lair, like
I do know. Okay, one thing I want to say on
potions
that.
of?
I described to her the glimpses I was willing to take and absorb of the horrible creatures. I think it's been 2 different ones or the same one twice.
You have seen 2 different creatures.
I described the horrible hag-like, disgusting Lovecraftian horrors that he's brought with him as his +1 to our little meet and greets
Mhm.
to see if she knows what they are, and tell her that those are probably his guardians in his horde. So we need to know what we're up against if we decide that route.
So she's going to see if she knows the first creature and the second creature. So she doesn't recognize the first creature you saw was that kind of old hag-looking thing. The second creature you saw was the one with the big kind of gaping void-like mouth. She hasn't heard of that one. But you describe the first one, and she's, especially living in a coastal town, she has in fact heard stories from sailors about such creatures. She believes it is a sea hag. She's like, those are insanely dangerous.
Yep.
And can apparently render you unconscious just by looking at you.
Oh man, I know this is way out of line, and I'm asking out of character. Do I see any
Sure.
any Japanese lilies or house plants that that he has that I could awaken for him to come back to? Just some fucking horrible screaming plant for him to show back up like, ah! It's awful.
So make an Arcana check for me. This is different from you looking for plants, but it's just to see if you realize
That's
something.
fair. 1d20 plus zilch. Hey, it's a 5.
Okay. You don't see any plants around the room, no.
Okay. Alright, so it would have been a horrible thing to do anyways. I don't know why I want to prank the most powerful wizard.
I mean-
because he'd win. And it
Yeah,
escalate.
Think
like-
about it though.
Like
What
that
if
would
makes
wake up.
you?
That would appear next to your bed, screaming.
Can make him slap himself while he's unconscious.
But like, what would that make you, being someone who pranked the most powerful wizard?
It's true. And
Dead?
has he struck me down? Has he done anything? Like try to goad his soul back to his body?
Ashley,
By
we're getting
messing
some
with them?
feedback.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't know that it'll work, but I have an idea. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
We're
What if,
expectantly. Hushed
what
silent.
if, what if I took Raise the Dead, and then
Oh,
we
God.
killed the mages, and then I brought them back to life? Wouldn't that bring their souls back?
So Marisha raises her hand
They have to be willing and able to return to their
and
bodies.
says, "No."
I knew that one too. Sort of raises his hand.
Well, just because they're in the box doesn't mean they can't.
I
don't. Okay.
Yeah, it means they're in the box.
I like your
Wow.
energy. I like that you're coming up with ideas. But no, we're not going to kill the 4 most powerful mages in Waterdeep.
If it makes you feel better, Liz, I carefully read reincarnate because I thought about killing their bodies and reincarnating them to something else too. So
Yeah, I would say Slorth, you would know that. Ashley, can you mute? You're getting some feedback.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. You would know that any kind of spell like that would have to pull their soul from the ether, basically.
willing and able.
Yeah, willing and able, basically. And able is probably not an available option right now.
Yeah. Maybe. What if it's like a really nice box?
I mean,
They're just man. We're cool here. They've ascended.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did she have any equipment that would be useful for stealing from a Leviathan sword?
Definitely not on her, because I mean she's wearing her weekend
right.
clothes. Yeah, she didn't have any powerful magic artifacts on her person right now.
Like the Garfield shirt.
Yeah, she's like, I mean,
Sweatpants of relax +2.
I have +2 bonus to relaxation. She's like, I have a few artifacts, some wands. Do you have something you're interested in? I've never dealt with a Leviathan before. I'm not sure what
Would you like to?
No.
How about we watch over the bodies? You get the souls back for a change.
Because apparently you're stronger than us. So why are we the errand boys?
For the same reason that the guards in the RPG aren't in the dungeon.
Fair.
Sure, they can one-shot you, but yet you're going to the dungeon.
Okay. So stuff that would keep us hidden if we were going to sneak in there,
Well,
or
first
stuff
off,
that would kill it.
what does she know about Leviathans that we haven't already found out? Maybe especially ancient Leviathan.
Not a whole lot. She knows just kind of the, like, you know, Junior's Guide to Monsters version, where it's like, this was a big sea creature that lived a long time ago and was very fierce, kind of. Like, she doesn't know, like, oh, poke them in the left eye and they'll die instantly. She doesn't have anything like that.
Okay, well, we'll give you some stuff to add to your repertoire then. They can raise and lower the sea level at will. They can swim from here to Dragon Spear in about 8 hours.
That's all terrifying.
Yeah. He can jump. Oh, how far did he get out the water? Clark, how high was that? Not Clark. Vlad. How high was that, you think? 180 feet?
Well, it was about, he, like, holds his hands far apart.
This many.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that many.
From your standpoint, he got probably about 350 feet above the water.
And he nailed the landing. Like he
It was a very little splash. It was impressive.
Yeah. Like he had good form on the dive.
Yeah.
You know what? They don't like talking and dealing that much. Good proposals. If there's no souls involved, not interested. Okay, so you don't know of any weaknesses they have.
I mean, I'll research some more, but there's not. I mean, that's not usually the type of thing we study here.
So tell us about these artifacts.
Well, I mean, nothing particularly amazing. I've got a couple wands that have a few spells in them. If you said you're trying to be sneaky, I've got a cloak that could turn you invisible for a time.
That sounds useful.
So we
So,
know. Go ahead.
all these wizards are wearing, like, amulets of proof against detection.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any more of those around?
I mean,
I'll probably get an earful for this if you succeed.
I'm like sizing up
but-
my fingers next to.
And yeah,
next to Black
she
Phantom.
kind of gestures the four mages unconscious in front of you. She's like, they're
not using them.
a pretty hard to come by item, and there are 4 of them
Four of
available.
them. Yeah. No, I had that planned already. I was just wondering if there were more, because there's slightly more than 4 of us walking around, but
Not. I mean, I don't even have one. They're not something that's very readily available.
And they had like a little
and-
click where they got like the friendship rings.
You get kind of that
And
vibe,
you-
yeah.
Aw.
oh, what's the robe that Blackstaff is wearing do?
You check out his robe.
Well, we know it's magical, right? He detected it as magic before.
You know it's magical. She's like, I don't personally know. I can identify it. If we
Yeah,
want to.
Let's have an identify
I'm-
montage.
I'm not entirely sure how I feel about stripping him of his magical possessions, but
Well, if it's the only way he gets his soul back,
I tell you, it's not a robe of defense against
We'll-
soul removal.
we'll put it back on him before we put the soul in him, and he will never know any of his stuff was
she's
gone.
just like, I'm so fired.
Dude, if he wakes up and we're wearing all his shit. Welcome back!
Do any of you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
I did back in the day.
Okay.
Hang on, let me bring up our boy here. So, the robe around him is the robe of the Archmagi. It's a extremely rare and valuable item. She kind of is like, if you damage that, he will kill all of us.
Oh, it's
Only
gonna be
he's
hard.
alive.
and then he's got the amulet on. Are y'all looting his corpse?
I think
It's not a corpse yet.
we're
Well, I mean,
borrowing
I'm
equipment.
checking out what it is first. I'm not
Just save
putting
his
anything
life.
on yet.
Okay. You find on his unconscious body, as you rifle through your pockets, and Marisha makes out her resignation notice, the robe, the amulet against attraction. You find a bag of holding, which upon inspection is empty. It was probably emptied.
I'm going to detect magic, so I don't have to physically check if they've keistered anything valuable, but that'd be my first move if I was a wizard getting taken, is to keister something powerful. So I'll just detect magic on the butt.
On the what?
On the butt.
On the butt?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, like if they were gonna like, all right, I got the gem of protection.
No,
for the
I
city.
understand where you're
This-
going with this.
Oh,
So, you do not detect anything magical inside the butt of the Archmage of Waterdeep.
like, can't stress this enough. My hands went
You-
nowhere near it. This
you-
was just visual.
You do notice his expression looks like it's kind of angry, though, but you can't be sure. So, you find
Had
the
to be
robe, the bag of holding, the necklace, and a pair of boots on his feet are magical, which you or Mershda identify as a pair of boots of elven kind. You can probably gather just from the kind of disarray. He probably had a couple more things on him that are no longer on him.
Well,
Okay,
hold
I'm
on now.
calling dibs on the boots.
Where would those have gone? Did we get anything that looked like it would have been his from the Lizard Lich?
No? You don't know what happened to him.
Hmm.
Do you think the axe is his?
No telling. You'd have to do a there's like a history spell to know the history of an item.
That would suck the most. He wakes up, you have my axe! Ah, damn it. Really liked it.
And my axe, give it back.
And my axe!
No, I found one that's just like it.
Damn this thing.
My name
This
is right there!
good.
So y'all are looting his corpse.
Yes.
Okay, so you get a pair of boots of Elvenkind, a robe of the Archmagi, which, like, especially the robe, Mershda has this, like, hardcore cringe look on her face, like,
I put it on and it's like drape and dragging on the floor because I'm so short. This is great!
Halfling should probably take the robe.
Yeah, I was joking. I'm not going to use it.
and then the an amulet of proof against detection location. On the other mages, you actually only find the amulet on each one of them.
Okay, so I guess each of you, Slorth, Dadrios, Ashling, and Vlad all put on amulets.
Yep, so you have a total of 5 amulets now that you've taken from the most powerful mages of Waterdeep, one of which you killed.
Borrowed.
Well, not the one you killed.
I asked him, wait, which one did we kill?
The evil one.
The one at the Wild Magic Portal.
Yeah, he had it coming. I asked her, does she know if Leviathans have true sight?
She surprisingly does. But does your DM is the question. She's like, as far as I know, they can see in the dark, but I don't think they have any kind of true sight, no.
Well, so even if they had true sight, if you were magically invisible, and you have the amulet of proof against detection, which blocks divination spells,
Yeah.
would that block the true sight?
Maybe.
Do you have true
She's
sight?
a wizard. She should know.
She should know. Your DM has to Google shit.
Okay.
It says specifically through magic or perceived through divination stuff, so yeah, I think it would protect from. I mean, in my opinion, but I'm not the one.
I'll rule that it does until I find something that says it doesn't specifically.
Okay.
Can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. Yeah, I'll say. If a creature has true sight innately, then it will not protect you. But if it's a spell they cast, then it will.
Okay, so I've got boots that make me completely silent.
Nice.
I've got an amulet that means you can't find me with magic.
I've got
I
a
just
snap
need
that gives us stealth bonus.
And no one saw Rygnerik ever again.
Yeah.
I mean, I just need to be
And that's it.
invisible, and I should just be able to go anywhere.
I ask her if she has like rings of invisibility or something that we could use to become invisible, other than a cloak of hard to see.
I just have a cloak.
And the cloak gives what?
And what did the cloak do? I mean, I'll totally take the cloak, whatever it is.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
It's cold outside. Hey guys, just tossing this out there. Should we just go? We just take all this stuff and leave?
While you're wearing,
No.
while you're
You're
wearing,
not saying that out loud, right?
No. I didn't do the voice.
so basically, you pull the hood up on the cloak, and you can be invisible for increments of 1 minute to a maximum of 2 hours total.
Ooh. That plus the boots
Within
plus the
12 hours.
plus the necklace means Rygnerik would probably go in there and die by a trap.
Thanks. Okay. Is that a specific item I should add to my...
Yeah, you can go ahead and add it. Marishta will, she'll go fetch it for you. She kind of comes back with it, and she's like, "This is very valuable. Please don't get eaten." And she hands it to you. Definitely more concerned about the cloak and the Archmage robes than any of y'all's safety.
Kind of want to switch Blackstaff's amulet for my amulet of arrow guidance, the cursed one. Here you go, Bubba.
Oh my god. It's whatever y'all want to do.
No, I don't want to do that.
Y'all are just racking up them rage points.
I mean,
when you wake
think
them up.
about it. What if now? I doubt it. But now we just have enough stuff to offer a trade.
They come back together. Where's my robe? Well, good news, bad news.
Yeah, let's look at the bright side of this.
Now, I mean, when you think about it, yeah, they'll be mad we're wearing their shit, but I mean, if we fail, they'll never know. If we succeed, they'll owe us their lives. So
He comes back. I literally would have rather died than have you wear my robe.
It's Halfling wearing the robe. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna give you all
Right.
a real short break while I use the restroom.
all right. Huh. Well, it looks like we got some better gear for a heist. Getting
I mean,
there's gonna
isn't that one of the plans? Is to just heist the box?
heist or try to bribe / barter to get them back, make them think that the dragons are making a move.
So how do we
and-
get into the guy's place?
Oh, I know the ways to get there.
Yes, that didn't answer the question.
I mean, he didn't spell it out, but there's underwater passages that I know. My character knows how to get there and how to navigate the underwater passages to get to his horde.
So we have to like breathe underwater to get there?
I got that. That's no problem.
And of course,
Okay.
the second I walk away, my alarm goes off.
So how do you make us breathe underwater? Is it a spell you have?
Magic.
Okay, is it a spell?
Yeah, it's a spell.
What does it do?
Let's up to 10 people breathe underwater.
Okay, so we don't have to stay close while we're doing that or anything, right?
No. It's not concentration. It's not an aura. It's
Okay.
yeah, just 10 people as I cast it can breathe underwater.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, what was the cloak? Can I add that to my?
Yeah, it is a cloak of invisibility. That should be a canon item.
It does not come up.
And then I guess it's a homebrew item. I'll
You'll add it?
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
remember, you can Harry Potter.
Yeah, just
Right. For
Flip
1
up-
minute at a time.
yeah, 1 minute at a time. Flip up your HUD, go invisible.
You know, and I'm surprised there's not more scrying stuff around, because I'm sure some of these students have, like, lost a book or something. Or, like, quote-unquote lost their homework, and the teacher's
It's-
like, oh,
Well,
really?
you can't scry an item, just a person or place.
You can.
Gotcha.
I think you can scry an item. Hold on.
Per spell, it's person or place, but I'm willing to think I can. I mean, I don't see why we couldn't scry the box. Just seems silly not to be able to scry an
Yeah.
object. If I can scry a location, there's not really much difference between that and an object.
Yeah, no, it's location, but
Weird.
it's probably just a balance thing to not invalidate things like find item or detect item, etc. But yeah.
Makes sense.
Alright, so I am loading up water breathing, so, okay, we need to definitely take a nap, because we haven't rested yet, right? Unless
That's
we
it.
just instantly got a long rest whenever we leveled.
No, you are still injured.
I mean, it's gonna take us days to get there, no matter what.
Should we head out now, or should we spend the night here?
Well, okay. What were the wands that she was willing to provide?
Yeah.
She's got one wand of fireball. With
Is this a charge? Oh, okay, go ahead.
yeah, it's kind of a use up and toss kind of thing that she's been keeping for protection. And hold on one sec. Let me doink. Let me go back to her page.
Could you bring up a map of the city?
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. I meant to switch all, and I never did. Doink.
Okay, and Ashling, you got the robe of the Archmagi.
Wait. Only if you guys forced me to take it. I feel very guilty and am sitting in the corner pouting.
It's the best way you can save his soul.
Yeah.
I begrudgingly take it.
Make sure you put it on your character sheet.
You put that on, like, you look good. Like, he did alright, but you make it work. I'm trying to make her feel better.
I only feel a little better.
What does the guy with roots and shit in his hair know about fashion? It's like ugly people telling you you're hot. Thanks.
The other one she has is a wand of magic circle with 3 charges.
Okay.
Magic circle?
She explains it basically. It's kind of like a stand your ground kind of thing. It prevents creatures from entering by non-magical means, and anything that is within the circle has disadvantage. And the caster can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed while in the circle.
Will it
Can't
work
you
against
also-
Leviathans?
Can you also reverse it to affect the outside?
No.
Really? Because I thought I saw that and you could.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you can. My bad.
Okay.
Last paragraph. Yeah, you can
Okay.
prevent something from leaving by non-magical means too.
But it's only 10 foot, so we can't really put him. He's a little bit bigger than 10 feet.
How big's his heart?
Make a medicine check?
We can find out when he eats us.
Yeah, maybe you'll see it on the way down. Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
about okay. I'm dead.
Slorth, are you taking the wands?
No.
I'll take the wands, I guess, to give
Okay.
me some kind of ranged option.
I would love.
Yeah.
I'd love to get have what's his name Smush throwing some fireballs.
You'll just have to
Can
pencil
we-
in the ones for now, but I'll add them to your character sheets.
Okay.
Does she have scrolls or anything? Oh, can we get a teleportation circle, whatever the material component is?
Oh, it's cheap.
Is it?
She had
Like
directed
50
you
gold.
to the magic shop.
Okay.
Yeah, teleportation circle's the cheap one.
Yeah.
Because you can only go to existing circles, so it's
It's 50 gold
need-
pieces per casting.
chalks and ink. Yeah.
Rare chalks and inks.
Which, a place that sells that kind of thing.
I could turn
Okay.
I could turn into a squid. You could ink me.
So,
That's pretty rare.
just to nip this in the bud, it does have to be magical ink.
What's more magical than a dwarf turned squid spewing ink?
No.
No. No.
I didn't say you had to ink me. I mean, I'd give it. Give me a container or something. I ain't trying to turn into a milk and have or a cow and have you milk my udders.
Please no.
Okay.
Aw, you
It's
made
the
me
only
ink.
way.
Okay, so
Halfling.
Off to the owl.
Yeah, let's go see our buddy before we go take a nap.
Marisha informs you she is going to stay with the wizards and make sure they don't, die of starvation or anything else.
That's a good idea. If you find anything else about leviathans or those other monsters or whatever, feel free to send us a message.
I would like to
I'll
make
let you know.
I would like to make one insight check. If she tells us she's going to stay with them to make sure they're safe, I want to take one insight check on her just to make sure. I know she's
Sure, make
got
an
some
insight check.
charisma. I just want to make sure she's not really the villain that planned all this shit. That's why she's. There's nothing. Who's the number one wizard now? And
That's
he
going to be a
slaps their body.
high DC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
make
got
it-
plus 8.
Well, make an insight check. See what you can glean.
19.
Okay. She seems genuinely concerned for the well-being of
For everything.
Blackstaff specifically. She has that kind of general, I feel bad for kids in Africa for the other wizards,
Oh shit.
but definitely a much more personal concern for Blackstaff's safety.
Like watching the animal commercials come on when you're trying to watch some cartoons.
Yeah, like
Make
you
you
feel
cry.
bad, but then you continue eating Cheetos.
30 cents a day. Fuck that.
Can
It's awful.
I would like to detect thoughts on her.
Oh,
Okay.
like that.
That one gets a save, right?
Yes, 16.
Okay, I'll roll it in the chat here.
If I see her casting that and recognize the arcane, I'm gonna back up like, ooh, that's rude. That's like looking under a skirt.
Wisdom?
Yes, 16 wisdom.
Damn, Marisha, your wisdom sucks. Yeah, no, that's a pretty good fail. Alright.
These fucks are gonna get.
I want to probe and see if she has a crush on Blackstaff,
Okay.
or if they have a thing going on.
Maybe it's a crush on me.
Give me half a second to get specifics of the spell, so I have to tell you.
Too bad I'm taken.
The initial surface thoughts you get are pretty much what you expect. She's worried about. She's like checking his wrist to see if he looks thin. She's worried about his pulse. She's definitely just kind of generally concerned. Looming in her mind is definitely her worry. You don't know if it's reciprocated, but there are definitely strong feelings she has for Blackstaff.
She's got feels.
I'm gonna have to duel her one day.
Yeah, I think that's mostly what you get.
I guess
she's
getting
pretty
Blackstaff's kind of like getting a dragon.
It's a surprise either way. But yeah, she's definitely probably got the hots for Blackstaff.
Hmm.
I mean, truth be told, Slorth kind of does too. But
I mean,
have you seen the guy?
he's a good-looking wizard.
Yeah,
How much higher level is she than us?
You don't know.
significant.
I give her a look. I have no idea why I'm giving her a look, but I am.
She does not notice. She's.
Could you bring up the map to the city?
Is it not up? Did I not switch all over? No, I brought it up on my end, and then I didn't bother putting y'all on it. Professional DM.
What was the... Is there... Okay, there it is.
He's not there anymore.
From the center of the city, corner to corner, like how long is long? How wide is the city? How many miles across?
There's a key on the bottom.
I see the feet. I guess let me do some hard math here.
And y'all are currently in this kind of green circle down here. And I still can't ping the map. I wonder why. Yeah, there. Thank you. All the pingers.
Okay, so of the scrolls that Owl Guy gave us,
Mhm.
I mean, we used the teleport ones. We didn't use any of the others, right?
I think we still have most of them.
What do you say-
got 'em all.
Does it make sense to give him back, like, Liamon's Tiny Hut and Phantom Steed, just as a...
We did say we'd give back what we didn't use, actually, if I recall.
Yeah.
He did give you a
Well-
bunch of scrolls for free.
Although we are still on the quest that we said we were going to go do.
It's true. We haven't
Saving the
finished yet.
city, yeah.
Before we leave here, I'd like to take a minute to do, actually 10 minutes to do one thing.
Sure.
New ability I have, unless I can't use anything new until we sleep.
No, it's fine.
But-
You can
okay.
use your level 9 stuff.
I want to use Commune with Nature.
Okay.
Outside, it's got a range of 3-mile radius, or anything within 3 miles of me. Inside, I guess it's 300 feet.
Mhm.
But instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area. Terrain and bodies of water, no thanks. Prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead. Yes, please. Influence from other planes of existence. Yes, please. And buildings. So I will take the last... actually, I want to know prevalent peoples, minerals, animals, plants, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, and influence from other planes of existence for 400, Alex.
Okay. Are you doing this from inside the tower? Are you going outside? What?
Specifically from inside the tower, because
Okay.
this thing is an enigma wrapped in a wizard mage tower, and all kinds of crazy shit can be going on in here.
So immediately you get a ping off the mages in the room. That doesn't surprise you, that they are very powerful.
What?
I know. Imagine that. I'll say you, in kind of your query of the building, you do immediately notice that the room you're in isn't natural. Like, this room seems to be out of sync with reality. It seems like this room is something that's been conjured.
So, mirror dimension type
Kind of, yeah.
shit. Okay.
You do not detect any fae, fiends, or elementals. You do detect one undead.
Really?
Um,
Slowly look at Dadrios.
it does seem to be coming from Dadrios' direction.
Really? Huh.
But as
We're-
you've experienced undead things before, and like you get that kind of initial ping, and you're like, huh? And as you kind of focus in on him, you get that kind of ping, but it's wrong. There's something very kind of strange about it, that it's not like any kind of undead you've experienced. There's actually, you detect some kind of almost black-like swirling aura inside him.
Interesting.
Do I notice he's staring at this point?
If you're looking at him, you'll see him staring, yeah.
I don't know, I'm probably just staring around the room.
Alright, influence from other planes of existence.
You do not experience any other planes like trying to get in. just the same kind of vibe you get with the room in the tower itself, and you get the feeling that this whole tower is probably like a Doctor Who phone booth. There's probably a whole bunch of different planes of existence that take up more space than the actual space of the tower that are shoved into this outside space.
Yeah. Just fair warning, this is a ritual spell. I'm pretty much always going to have it loaded and want to use it.
Use it
So
whenever you
just
want.
keep that in mind whenever we're somewhere that...
Whenever you use it, I'll describe whatever you see.
Thank you.
Butts everywhere.
just undead fey
A
butts.
dimension of butts just trying to get in.
Not again.
I want to
Okay.
go to that dimension.
Spank happy. It's the slap day of slapping all over again.
Yay!
Nice ass is the normal greeting.
Yep.
That better be a new holiday.
Okay,
All right, let's go see our buddy.
All right. So Mercia will stay behind. As you all approach the door, it does open for you.
How do we get back in?
Yeah, she was about to address that. She has to think about that because she's not sure, actually.
Cool.
Um,
Special knock?
She's like, well, you can knock, but I wouldn't hear it.
We got one who likes to shatter.
None of y'all have any kind of magical communication, do you?
I mean, I can send rats to deliver messages.
Well, she's like, well, here's what I'll do. They're mostly not going anywhere. I'll be either in my office or in my home most of the time, except for when I come by here to check on them. So, just look for me in one of those places, and I'm sure you'll find me.
All right, I stop and I ask because no one's asked her. Like, I get this is bad and you're on a task. Is there anything you need from us other than getting their souls back?
Let's start with getting one of the primary ruling parties of this huge city back to not a coma, and then we'll go from there.
Fair? Sure. Hoping for some easy side quests to get some experience.
Now that you mention it, I do have a missing cat.
Pick me 5 berries from the garden.
Yeah. Kill 4 goblins out of the 900 that are outside the village.
That's a dangerous quest right there.
Okay, so y'all make your way out of the tower, out of the academy, through the big wall,
Let's
over.
get our ride.
Y'all heading to.
I have a thought.
Sure.
My family's like land holdings. Are they landlocked?
Not. They are not on the water, but they do have water access. They have river access.
Fancy.
So my family, part of their land holdings, probably they have a port somewhere that they're
Yeah.
in control of.
Yes.
So I have an idea of how to get this quest bankrolled.
What's that?
I'm all ears.
When all else
Well-
fails, ask Dad.
I know a certain port that if it happened to get attacked, somebody has a lot of money.
Oh my God.
Are you suggesting we attack it and then tell them?
I'm saying we trick the Leviathan into attacking my family's land holdings, so they have to give us money.
It sounds complicated.
Love to see this play out. love to hear that
Just in case.
Dialogue
it
tree.
seems, you know, just a thought in case we need more money to fund this.
How about
I
this?
have
If
an
the,
idea of where to get it.
if the Leviathan is attacking, we'll go to your place and be like, no, don't get us here. Wink.
Oh no, this part is so defenseless.
This is my favorite
That's-
part of the city.
Somewhere
That's
your
what
grandfather is
I'm-
getting indigestion.
We can stop him, Daddy, with some gold.
More gold, please. Money, please.
Well, that's definitely on the board, on the cork board. trick Leviathan into attacking Daddy House for money.
See, this leads me to have the idea of like, what if we just, from here on out, just trick the Leviathan into doing all of our quests for us?
Now,
That's
don't
an
get me.
even better idea.
Now, don't get me wrong. If we are going to heist, it's better to do if he's not there. So we're gonna have to lure him. Like I said, it took him going pretty fast. I don't know if he was at max speed or if he was just gingerly cruising to take 8 hours to get from here all the frickin' way back where we need to go. But we need to have him far away if we're gonna do it without him coming to get us right away. So luring him out will definitely be something we got to do somehow.
What if he leaves his little guardian buddies behind?
Oh, absolutely, they're going to be behind. I doubt that his horde's ever unguarded. We will 100% have to fight something when we go down there. All right. So, is Kashiki's on the way to the wizard? Kind of.
Kind of. It's only a minor detour.
All right. I'll pick up my cart and kiss my gal.
Okay. As soon as you walk up, she's like, "Well, Slorth, there you are!" She just, like, tackles you and kisses, and your beards get intertangled, and they stick together for a sec when you pull apart.
Ew.
How was Daggerford?
Surprisingly nice.
Yeah.
I met this lovely fellow in a fox mask.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Oh,
super
kill him.
friendly.
I told him all about
Told him all
Rygnerik.
about your adventures with detailed descriptions of all of you.
Rygnerik gulps.
No, she didn't do that.
Yeah. All right. I don't give away the bad parts of our story, but
I don't.
So we don't have a story.
Slorth, I don't mean to alarm you, but the rock is gone.
oh yeah. Sorry, didn't have time to tell you. I sent him to my forest.
Oh, thank heavens! I was just
yeah.
waiting for that thing to come out and eat half of Waterdeep.
No. Hopefully he's should have plenty to eat there. I gave him directions, and I plan on checking into him as soon as the world's not going to end.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Love to stay chat. Probably be back later. Keep it warm for me, but we got to go real quick.
I'll keep it by the toaster. So y'all gather your horses and your big gaudy cart.
We rub noses together, giving little kisses for like
Yes.
10 minutes.
Party's sitting there checking their watches. One of them has to actually invent a watch.
All right. Off to see the poor owl.
Okay. So the street's clear as your massive, newly refurbished carriage makes its way down the road.
And it does have a giant, was it a...
Yeah, you've got Argovale's skull on the front of it.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely do get some fan service going down as people do recognize the carriage.
See, this is what we missed in other cities. This is why I can't go back to...
You get some
somewhere else.
some kids running up. They're like, "There they are! There's the champions!" And like one of them stops and like stares at the skull and is like, "Whoa!" Just you get some cheers as you go down the street.
Autographed card. Can we have a magical enchantment that shoots out autographed cards?
You can talk to Kashiki about it.
Yeah. I think it's worth investing in. Just like push a little button, an autographed iron coat. Picture comes out.
I
Yeah,
am
you-
finally feeling better.
You do. You
That's
definitely like. There's some definitely people like, there's Mockingbird, yeah, they're cheering for you and stuff. And yeah, definitely lifts your spirits a little bit.
Who's
Yay.
the
People-
guy with 2 weapons? He's awesome.
Yeah, people actually like you here, and they
Because they don't know.
Everyone except Marisha, apparently.
Dadrios, were you there for the Torth fight? I don't remember.
No,
No,
he
I
wasn't
don't
here
think
for
so.
Okay,
No.
so yeah, they kind of see Dadrios, and they're like, "Hey, that's who's that guy?" Oh,
I like throw my voice. It's Dadrios the Great.
yeah, Dadrios the Great, and like a few people cheered because they don't want to be caught not knowing who that is. So that seems to catch on.
I scribble him on like our little busts that we have like across the side. A crude drawing of him.
There you go. So you make it to the
Nice.
Gilded Quill, where Zed is. As you kind of park the carriage and approach, you can already see Kite, the little white mink in the window, seems to be checking out the commotion. And you're not sure, but you swear right before he jumps off the window, you see his eyes roll.
I imagine the arcane barrier comes back up that was
Vroom! Yeah.
No.
Okay,
God,
so did we
it's
decide?
the
Did we
freeloaders.
decide to give him like the Phantom Steed and the Leomund's Tiny Hut scrolls back? We don't have a use for those, right?
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay.
Did we not give him any others? I don't know. Those were kind of the expensive ones.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We're giving
So
him
you-
1,000 gold worth of scrolls back. That's nice,
You-
right?
1,000 of his own gold back. How
Yep.
kind.
What is Vlad doing while y'all are traversing around?
You know what? I'm not shy about him. I'm not ashamed of my slad.
Okay.
He's coming with us.
Thankfully, nobody bats too much of an eye of the celebrity with the tiger, so it's not too bad. You metaphorical tiger. Z does look up as you walk in the door. Apparently, he was tipped off by the little mink sitting on his shoulder, and he's like, "Oh yes, welcome back." And he kind of stops and sees Vlad. And he's like, "Okay, that one's new."
He was. Oh, I guess he wasn't. You didn't meet him last time.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. Thanks to you, business has returned, and I have made up for a couple of losses.
I hand him some of his scrolls back.
Oh, fantastic. Were they helpful at all? At least, did you?
Yes,
Were the unused scrolls helpful?
very helpful.
Well, you didn't give them all back. There are a couple missing.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, this one's super useful.
In fact, if you've written more scrolls of teleport since then, we would probably buy those.
I have not, but I
Uh-oh.
can if you want to buy one.
How long would that take?
I could have it to you by tomorrow.
Have a retainer of scrolls of teleportation just ready for us.
I could have one available by tomorrow. They do take a little bit of effort and concentration to create.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to say no.
So what do you have in stock today?
Well, he kind of gestures his normal collection of just magical components. Definitely some non-magical touristy items in there, like little crystals with feathers hanging from them and stuff like that. You know, you can't. It's like the magic shop in Buffy. You don't get all your money from the legit mages.
Oh, just so you know, we went to another magic shop up in, what's that other place called? With the lizards invading, kind of.
Lilian. Yeah, you.
We went to the Lilian shop. Nowhere near as nice as this, let me tell you.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I didn't know they had a magic shop. Who's their practitioner?
Oh, really uppity guy. What was his name?
You remember the girl, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was a guy, like a hard sell guy trying to get us into stuff.
Hell, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't want to tell him that we bought, like, a few things from him, because that probably make him sad, because he gets money and he doesn't.
You do recall, though, that he was not a practitioner of magic. He was just a collector of oddities.
Oh, yeah. Well, I bumble through some name and say it. Yeah, nowhere near as nice stuff as this.
Well, that's good. That makes me glad to hear.
I left some of your cards at the counter.
Some what?
Some of his business cards at the
Okay.
counter.
That's okay. Hopefully, I don't get any weird hexes in the mail. But what are you looking for? What can I get you today?
Yeah, like a scroll of Leviathan slaying, no particular reason.
That's horrible.
Well, imagine for us.
Isn't a Leviathan like a big, like snake monster or a dragon monster or something?
Yeah.
That's
Dragon
fairly accurate.
controls the oceans, swims real fast. ancient,
I'm-
teeth the size of us.
I'm glad I
Total.
don't have your lives.
You know, we're always looking for an arcanist or an on retainer in the cart writing scrolls. You know,
Yeah, as
remember.
appealing as fighting and dying for you all sounds, I do have the shop to maintain.
Yeah, it's true.
But I don't have any new weapons or anything in. But I did get one fun thing. Came across. I actually didn't make this one. It was sold to me to pay off someone's bill. And he kind of goes, and dips behind the counter, and pulls out a box. Opens up these pair of leather boots.
That'd been great if it was like the box and the Leviathan owed him money.
Pulls out this
Well,
jewel and
take
crest.
it.
Yeah, I don't know what it does, but you can have it, I guess. Oh, he says, these boots are, the bottom is sticky in a way. When you wear them, it lets you walk up walls, up ceilings, pretty much anywhere.
It's the book of movie theater floor,
Yes.
or the boots of movie theater floor.
Look, see, this is bubble gum. This is peppermint gum.
Yeah, this is caramel corn.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
half melted. But he does
Well-
have a pair of slippers of spider climbing for sale.
I'd literally turn into a giant spider and crawl up the wall. I'm like this.
Okay, you're a spider now. Yes, like that, except I've only got the 2 boots. I don't have enough for 8 legs. But
The spider makes like a aww. Then I hop down and turn back into a druid.
yes, that's the general idea. And like the little snowmake is just like mortifiedly looking at you.
I turn into a snow mink.
It looks offended. It like puffs out and like makes a noise and jumps off the counter and goes into the back room.
Shit.
He's like,
Okay.
oh well.
I'm
So
usually
is-
better with animals.
Is that the only equipment he has? Is the slippers of spider climbing?
As far as equipment, yes, he does have an array of magical components and a few potions and things like that. Still,
Oh yeah, did he get any
How
more
much-
healing potions back in stock?
I have 2 standard healing potions back right now.
How much are those?
50 gold each.
I will take both of them.
Okay, there he is. He slides them across, so mark off 100 gold.
Thank you, sir.
Were you gonna ask him something, Rygnerik?
Well, how much money do we have on me? So I've got 15,000 gold.
Brag.
Well, he's holding all of y'all's money.
Yes.
You all have about that much.
Right. I remember Ashling like took the money from, stupid Fox guy. I don't remember how much that was.
Hopefully she wrote it down. Looks like Ashling, you there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot I'm not manning your character sheet this week. You can answer your own questions. Under equipment, you can see currency. You've got 1695,
Yes.
so 1,600.
I
So-
have a question for you. If unless Rygnerik's still going.
So how much are the slippers?
It would be 2,000 gold for the slippers.
Does anybody want to be able to walk on walls? Dadrios, would that be useful for you, like
I don't.
flank enemies or something?
That would be cool, but I don't know how it'd be useful.
You could have used it to get around that poison.
That's true. Oh man, I could do some like wall running kills. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, if you're looking to get God's favor blessed upon you,
That is
running on
true.
walls
He's
and
like,
doing
and
flips.
just to let you know, this is normal surfaces only. If it's like covered in ice or something slippery like oil, you're still gonna fall off of it.
Like everything that's not like a polished wall, you mean?
Well, yeah, just pretty much ice or oil.
I thought you meant like a dusty cave. I'm like, oh no, wee!
No, if it's specifically slippery, then they won't work.
Gotcha.
Okay, so are you getting them or not, Dadrios?
How much are they?
2,000.
2,000.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
yeah.
I don't think
Okay.
we need them, so.
Well, what else is there to spend money on then? So scrolls? Does he what does he have in stock?
Ashling, what were you saying?
Do you want me to try to talk him down?
Ooh.
up to y'all.
I mean, I didn't come this far not to let the bard haggle
Yeah.
Well, let's find out what else he has in stock.
before we start hard selling them.
Pretty much
Yeah.
that and magical components.
No more scrolls or wands or...
Nothing, but he now has the ones you gave back to him in stock.
Okay.
She'll happily sell back to you.
I'll take it.
I mean, frankly, we've got 16,000 gold and nothing to spend it on.
Random question for no reason at all. Does he have 200 gold's worth of pulverized onyx?
How much gold? 200, you said?
Yeah,
Okay, 1 second.
for no reason at all.
No reason at all. Surprisingly, he does. It appears that after a particular incident, he did decide to add onyx to one of his components he kept in stock. So yeah, he can sell you 200 gold worth of onyx, pulverized onyx.
Are you buying that when you subtract 200 gold?
Yeah, subtract 200 gold from your stash.
Done.
Our stash, I guess.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. Cool.
What are you getting?
So,
And then, I
Pulverized
guess,
onyx.
do you need 1,000 gold piece stride, ideally?
Oh, a scryer thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Okay. You kind of describe what you need, and he's like, "Oh yes, I know what you're talking about." He actually has a couple options. He has a he kind of pulls out behind the counter. He's a little proud of this. It is a perfectly round, like one of those Science Channel perfect round balls kind of ball, crystal ball, and it's got its own little holder that's 2 owls with the wings wrapped around it. He's like, I designed this myself.
I imagine he's like normally so far beyond over us that he doesn't even give showmanship when he tries to sell stuff. But like this one time, he's like, actually,
Yeah,
come
he
to
does.
me."
He does seem very, very proud of this, and he also pulls out an ornate mirror that he did not design. That's silver with kind of a braided design around the outside, and he's like, "And I've got that other thing, you know."
Is it just those two?
That's all he has in stock. Yes.
Are they both 1,000, or is his custom made one more?
Since it is y'all, he will sell it for the flat 1,000, even though it's a custom design.
You know what?
But he can't go under 1,000 or it won't work for the spell.
He
He can fuck us. I'll give it to you for 999 gold.
since it is a spell component, it does have to be that cost.
Does it? Okay. No, I definitely want that.
Okay.
I'll be happy to take one you personally made. That'd be my honor to use.
His feathers kind of bristle up a little bit. You can kind of tell that he's been sitting on this piece for kind of a while, but hasn't really had anyone good to sell it to, and he seems happy to be able to selling it.
Nah. I mean, it's perfect for what we're gonna hang it on the cart. You know, dangling like a little ornament. So that's exactly what we need it for.
You've never seen a bird's face drop before? But even with the beak, you can kind of see his expression droop a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That's...
I'm just messing with you, lad. I'm gonna scry with it.
Oh, yes, it's very good for that. So you can deduct 1,000 gold and add. That's not an item. I'll add it to your inventory. Just owl crystal ball.
Just know I can. I was like, I'll know I can use it.
A piece of the ceiling falls on you.
So we need teleportation circle components, right?
Okay, yeah, I can say that.
How many teleportation circle castings worth of components do we want to get?
I mean, if they're easy and small, like if we can keep them in a little bag, shit, get 10.
Yeah.
So 10 would be what, 500 gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, chalk and ink is something any magic shop's gonna have in stock. So yeah, he can. It'll be 500 gold for 10 circles worth of the materials.
Okay. You'll want to make sure you remember to add to Ashling's sheet the 10 pieces of magic chalk.
Yeah.
So you got 10 uses out of
So
that.
I'm really bad about remembering some of my spells need components, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy the ones I've been missing.
I don't think you've. I try to keep an eye on that, but I do.
I say DM's always happy to remind me.
Well, I don't. You deserve
Did
it.
you did you still like a gilded acorn or something?
Yeah.
You do have a gilded acorn.
I thought we already got one made for that.
Yeah.
I need a chip of mica.
What
Yo.
spell is that for?
Shatter.
Okay, so no. With that, I mean, you by all means you can buy it, but if there is no like price next to the item, then as a caster, you either have like a component bag or you have your arcane focus, which is what you have, I believe. And your your arcane focus takes the place of non-monetary material items.
Yeah. Anything without a value, you can just say you're singing into your microphone.
Basically.
Yeah. Really, need the non-material stuff is there for flavor and to be like, if you get captured and all your stuff is taken.
Yeah, it's so especially
you can't
like
cast those spells.
because you can buy a bag of, I forget the exact, it's a bag of material components, and so you can role play. I take out this item and do this to cast it. It's mostly flavor unless it has a value to it.
Oh, okay, then I'm good.
Yeah, but you're good.
I got 2 things I want to talk to him after everyone's done buying stuff, so just let me know when y'all are good.
Well, do we want to order a scroll of teleportation to pick up tomorrow when we head out of town?
Yes, please.
Okay. How much does that cost?
Give me 1 second.
We ask him does he have any books or know of any teleportation runes to locations, since he's a purveyor of magical effects and stuff. That might be something in his wheelhouse. Or it's like, oh yeah, I got one to Daggerford or something like that.
If he like knows teleportation circles.
If he deals in that, maybe like behind the counter stuff, you know? I mean, it's
So-
magical information that's useful.
Make a persuasion check.
You heard him, Ashling.
No,
What?
you're the one asking.
Okay, happy to.
He can always like nudge me and tell me what to say.
I'll let you roll with advantage. to kind of give the old, you're at the Burger King and you're like, hey, do you have any extra lettuce? Kind of wink wink to him.
Alright, here's the first one. A 14, actually better than I thought it would be. Alright, I guess 14 it is.
Okay. He doesn't have any knowledge of he knows there's a teleportation circle somewhere within the Blackstaff Academy. He knows there's one inside the palace under heavy guard, and there's.
So that being said, I asked him directly. So you're saying you don't have any you'd be willing to, or you don't have any available that you could give us, is what you're saying?
Like, yeah, he doesn't know the patterns for those. They're kept under heavy guard.
Insight check.
Sure, make an insight
me,
check.
12. Never mind.
Seems honest.
Alright, swing and a miss.
Okay.
Anyone else have anything before I ask my 2 questions?
Well, so how much was it for a scroll of teleportation?
Yes, the scroll is. I need to look it up real quick. It would be 5,000 for the scroll to get it next day.
Sweet sassy molassy. We've been burning through a lot of money.
Sorry, how much?
5,000 gold.
Are we buying it?
I mean, it's either that or we're fucking walking. Or I'm flying, I guess.
Is it cheaper if we wait longer?
He could give you a discount, but it's still going to be a pretty good amount. It's not going to be like half off or anything like that.
I ask him, to be able to write this, you have to be able to cast it, don't you?
Not necessarily. He has to have magics of that level and have an understanding of the spell.
Well, then I ask him, are you able to cast teleport?
I mean, you can just ask him directly.
I did it in voice.
Yes, let me look at his sheet. Y'all making me whip out all my NPC character sheets.
Second question: what's the closest you've ever been to in a familiar setting to Dragon Spear?
I will say, Rygnerik. Wait, is your ability passive, or do you have to do it? You have to do it. Okay, never mind.
Which one?
Your
size 'em up.
Your size 'em up skill, yeah.
Well, it just requires a minute of interacting or observing. We've been doing that for a minute, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I want to size him up.
Okay. He's
a fraud.
He is a caster, obviously. At your current ability level, seems pretty on par with you.
Nice. Swing in the dark. He's smarter than Rig.
Yep.
Thanks.
What is your intelligence at, Rig? Is it 10 or is it like less?
It's 10.
I was about to say, let me set up you sized up Smush and just found out he's smarter than you.
He is smarter than Rygnerik. He's probably smarter than all of y'all, to be honest.
Do I know any of his history or one of his personality traits?
Annoyed.
You know he grew up in Waterdeep, and hasn't done too much travel outside the city. You know he's not a fighter. He's more of a magical scholar. And so while he can definitely cast spells, he's not really a combat owl, per se.
You gonna say it, Dadrios, or you want me to say it?
God, what?
Nerd!
Yeah, no, he is a big nerd, for sure.
I don't know, this nerd's been nice to us, so...
Yes.
He can cast teleportation.
Okay. What would you charge?
But
okay.
barely.
But barely?
Like, he can do it once.
What's the furthest... What's the closest you've been to Dragon Spear?
Here?
Shit. Do you know a way if you can use someone else as your tuning rod for teleportation somewhere that they've been to teleport using them?
Well, if they have an object or something from that location, you could use that to teleport.
I twirl my wand, I twirl my staff at them. Not metaphorically, my actual staff.
Nice.
We obtained this from Dragon Spear.
Mm-hmm.
Could we use that to teleport there?
Wait a second. Do we actually want? I don't think we want to teleport straight in there.
Oh, what I'm saying is to get close.
I pulled
where
out
we need to go.
an acorn with a fuse sticking out.
There you go. Perfect. My man.
Nice.
You could, yes, use the acorn to teleport to the little goblin shop.
And it's full circle now. They've become useful all of a sudden.
Right?
You
laughed
never
at me
know
for
what's
buying
going to
it.
be useful.
You laughed at me once. Who's laughing now?
But yes, you could absolutely use either the staff or the acorn.
But what are you thinking? Like that you would just ask him to cast it for us?
Well, I would ask him to write us a scroll, because I don't feel like taking the 2-week vacation to get over there.
Mm-hmm.
To get us to the goblin's tent is sheer brilliance, because that gets us close to Trollbark for one. Just to save us some of the travel getting there, but then we have the teleportation scroll to get back. I'm looking so we don't take like a month to get there.
So Liz, did you end up taking teleportation circle, or did you do a different 5th level spell? Okay. So we can get back.
Yeah, she can bamf you back to the tower.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still good to have. So I mean, have him give us teleportation one in case we need to teleport somewhere there's not a scroll for, and then to actually teleport us using the acorn, or I'm sorry, the pine cone. Save us a big chunk of travel.
Yeah, but if he teleports there, he's not going to be able to get back easily.
I'm sure. No, well, teleportation. If he can cast it, then he can almost definitely cast teleportation circle and get back home.
He doesn't have a teleportation circle to get back home.
He doesn't have a teleportation circle in Waterdeep to get back
I
to.
know someone who has it memorized.
Okay,
he's
so
he's got a whole bunch of Blackstaff shit in his shop.
right, that's kind of the problem. Like, do we really want to drop him into Blackstaff's tower?
So I mean, we ask him, do you have a way to get back if you teleport us? If we were to pay for your services to teleport us somewhere, do you have a way to get home?
He looks super uncomfortable with the idea of teleporting out into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's probably not the bravest person you've ever met, but does inform you that he could only cast it once a day.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, but can he? He doesn't have a circle he can get back to get here.
No. He does not know the location of a circle within Waterdeep.
So, I mean, the other option, right, is we just wait 2 days for him to make 2 scrolls, and we spend every last gold we have on 2 scrolls of teleport.
Question: are we getting paid for doing this quest?
Never. Well, technically, we just got paid. If you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Like we just received compensation, and I twiddle my necklace.
Somewhere
Liz was gonna
Marisha
say
gets a
something?
stomach cramp.
Liz was gonna say something.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a fantastic idea. So, even if somebody's in the teleportation circle, they only get teleported if they're willing. Can you cast teleport but be unwilling to teleport yourself?
I think only
Hey,
participants can unwill themselves. I don't think the
Yeah,
caster can unwill
no,
themselves.
one, the teleporter has to go, but 2, he has to go to another circle.
Oh. Okay, just a thought.
It's an idea, but I don't. Nah, that wouldn't work.
So the other thing is, if we teleport down there, we can't take our cart and stuff.
We should just go on
Okay.
foot.
The other option, right? Teleport says it instantly teleports you and up to 8 willing creatures of your choice, or a single object that can fit entirely inside a 10-foot cube.
Uh-huh.
So we just go build a 10-foot box that we all cram into, and ask him to teleport that.
Well, I mean, I don't think the number of players is an issue. I don't think there's more than 8 of us, is there?
Well, no, it says you and up to 8 willing creatures.
So no, the
Oh,
object the object cannot contain living creatures. The object would go, and you would all be sitting on the floor.
5,000 gold gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of like... No, I wouldn't say that.
When have you ever not said something?
Okay,
No,
well
I
let's.
mean, me, as the player, thinks we're spending way too much money and we should just walk. But Aisling has no concept of money.
That is true.
So
Yeah.
she would not say
Yeah.
that.
And plus, there's also, like, we don't know what Leviathan is doing with the souls and how long these wizards have before something cataclysmic happens to the area.
He's
so,
at a little tea set, and he's sitting in a chair across from him, and he's pouring it tea.
So, we'll pay for 1 scroll, teleport there, then she can teleportation circle us back to get home.
Okay.
If he's too much of a non-combat oriented, didn't want to say coward, to teleport us there,
He does
then,
not
yeah,
wanna
we'll
go.
take the scroll.
Okay.
So wait, how much does 1 scroll cost?
5,000.
5,000 for the scroll.
Do you think, going on a limb here, this Leviathan has 5,000 gold worth of stuff in his hoard?
You don't even know the lights that went off on my detect magic when I went through there. It was
Saying-
like, yeah.
I'm saying we could technically get the scroll for free. Is all I'm saying.
If we survive and fill up our bag of holding, we could retire.
Yep.
Two
Two
bags
bags.
of holding.
Yeah.
If we
If you
filled up 2
took
bags of
black
holding,
staffs, you do have a second one, yes.
you know, we're gonna forget the box there and just fill up 2 bags of loot.
Come
Who's
back, Rich.
carrying the other bag of holding? I'll add it to my inventory sheet so we don't
You
forget
know,
it.
if we have 2 bags of holding, I have another idea for dealing with the Leviathan.
Just get inside him.
Yeah.
Double
Yeah, that was
bag
my
it.
plan. Yep.
Yeah, it's always an option, but it never ends the way you want it to end.
I know. It's a desperation.
Y'all always make me Google shit.
All right, so we're going to buy the scroll of teleportation for sure. And anyone else have anything for him before I ask him a question?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh?
So mark
All
off
right,
5,000
question
for the
one.
scroll, and it will be ready tomorrow morning.
Actually, I want to ask what happens if you put a bag of holding inside a bag of holding.
It brings up Owl Google.
It brings up.
Like this, and start doing it in front of him.
No! First of all, both bags will be destroyed. Along with anything inside them. And it will open a gate to the astral plane of size of my determination, and what happens after that I would decide.
Now, if that was to happen inside a Leviathan's stomach...
Yeah, exactly.
You could always
Be bad,
try.
right?
And then the elder Leviathan astral god comes through the hole.
Oh, darn. He's like, oh, Dad, you're here.
Well, y'all can try whatever you want, but Zeed can let you know that it would probably have not particularly great consequences.
Okay.
Alright, so I pull out the giant crystal, and I put it on his counter, and I explain to him where we were, what it was attached to, and the effect it had on the wizards. When
Without
we obtained it,
specifying it was the wizards, right?
the effect it had on the people around it at the time we got it, and how it stopped as soon as it was removed.
So,
And
when you put the crystal on the counter, he gives kind of a head tilt to it, and
just like an owl.
yeah, very, very like it actually goes like upside down for a second before returning.
I make a delighted gasp.
He did the thing.
And then it does a 360 just to entertain you.
Showman, after all.
And he immediately reaches under the counter and pulls out a pair of spectacles, one of which has like a jewelry magnifying glass on it, of various, like 3 or 4 different magnifying. And he pulls it up to him, and he flips several of them down, and he starts looking at the crystal really closely. And he looks up at you, and he's like, "You got this where?"
We got it in the cave of a twin black dragons with magical dragon water attached to it, from a lizard lich that was using it to obtain immortality by trapping powerful souls.
Never mind. But he kind of studies it closer, and he's like, I think this is composite whitestone, if I'm not mistaken. I've never seen it in person. I've only read about it.
No, goddamn phone.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought the phone was far enough away from me. The cat is eating the dog food.
And he's looking at it. Sorry, I'm trying to bring it up in front of me real quick. He's like, this is a... If this is what I think it is, it's a composite... a composite residuum crystal, I think. I've never seen one this big.
Tell us more.
This can be... It's a type of catalyst that can be used to cast spells through. You could use something like this, if I'm not mistaken, to bypass the components needed in a spell. A crystal this size, you could bypass the components of a pretty powerful spell, I would imagine.
Would the crystal remain, or would it be absorbed eventually?
Depending on how big of a spell you cast, it would consume part or all of the crystal when you cast the spell, but you could definitely use this to cast something you didn't have the components to.
So it's a cast-all reagent. If you had to put a monetary value on the quality that it would contain to do such a thing, or how long it would last, how much juice is in that baby?
He begins to cast Identify. And
Okay, could identify on it.
you could have.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, back in the cave.
Oh.
Thought I did. Anyways, go ahead.
I might have missed it. But you can add a... I think it's... Hold on, let me make this public real quick so you can add it. Doink. You can add a composite residuum crystal to your inventory.
Doing that now.
It's like, depending, if you were to cast a large spell using this, it would probably consume most or all of the crystal, whereas a small spell would probably only consume a very small bit of it.
Are you looking up the amount of money it has? Like for all practical purposes, there's a dollar
Right.
sign attached to it.
He kind of like looks up. He's like, "Are you interested in selling this?"
I mean, not if I can use it. I don't have to buy stuff. It saves me money.
I would give you easily 15,000 gold for this crystal.
Okay, so that means that it's worth at least 15,000, or it's worth 30,000 because he buys shit half price to resell for more.
That's what he's offering you. You can make an insight check if you want.
I'll do that. Fuck me.
A little hard to tell, but he seems to be unsure of its monetary value and is guessing.
All right, I will keep it. Of course, we will keep it because this is the catch-all for we didn't bring materials for that.
Okay.
Every time I try to rename this thing, the window closes. There. Oh, you son of a bitch! Every time I click on it and go to edit and start typing on the name,
Oh, I know what you're talking about on D&D Beyond. Yeah, that drives me
It- it
nuts.
it just poofs. Okay, I got it. Hold on. I
Yeah,
got it now.
you
Not
should be able
touching
to add it.
anything. All right. So what is it? Composite.
Composite residuum crystal. Should pop up with composite.
All right. So we can just milk that baby dry, and it'll save us component costs. I can use it to reincarnate. That's awesome.
You could.
Anyone want to be something else?
Take out your sword. Come on, I can make you a cat, maybe.
Hey, Ashling, wouldn't like your family be pissed off if you came back as like a bugbear or something?
Literally, who knows what.
Yeah.
I find
Okay.
that very tempting.
What's that?
I find that very tempting.
All right. I ask him one more question. I pull out the little pebble.
Okay. The Stone of Truth.
Tell me about this.
He looks at it, and he stares at it a sec, and he takes out what looks like a pair of tongs and reaches under the counter and pulls out a similar rock that you had given him before that actually looks almost the same, like a kind of like a river stone.
We've given him one of those before.
One of you, I think Rygnerik gave it to him, gave him the Stone of Babbling.
Oh yeah.
And he's kind of like, why do you have these? These are beyond useless.
I bought your fucking owl,
You did.
Crystal,
I mean,
and now you're just shitting on my truth pebble.
I'll give you. Since it's you guys, I could give you a gold for it. I guess it could be a
I hold the
fun-
pebble. Is that a fair deal?
What is it? What is it? What does it do?
The pebble says yes.
Oh yeah, that
Hear
one.
me out. What
So-
if I cast Zone of Truth on the pebble?
It would explode. I explained to him that I attempted to shape stone on it, or stone shape on it, and it resisted it. So I got a feeling this thing's important.
I mean, one magical enchantment would cause another one to not be easily applied if it's already on there.
And let me put it this way: we found it right by this crystal. Can you think of any reason why the two would be in the same vicinity?
He leans over to the stone and goes, "Are you useful?" And it goes, "No."
Maybe that was a lie.
Well, there's your answer, or not.
It's too fun. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. He kind of holds out the Stone of Babbling. He's like, "Do you want this one back?"
No.
I rub them together.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I make a dexterity saving throw. It's a +1.
Hey, can you tell me what's up with this bottle of lightning?
10.
Nothing happens. He kind of handles the bottle of lightning and he's like, Oh, this is unique. I've seen something similar like this before. It's kind of like a spell in a bottle type of thing. Obviously, it's some kind of lightning spell. I'm sure you've gathered that much already.
Told you. I hand Rygnerik a gold coin. He had me on that one.
It's like, I think just by the intensity inside this, I think if you throw this at something, it would be pretty destructive.
Throw it at his glass case.
Oh god.
Also says the non-combat mage.
Well, he's aware, like, just because you
Okay.
don't shoot guns, you know what a gun is.
I have no idea what that is.
No, that's true.
I've never
I
even
do.
heard of that.
Alright. Well, those are the two things I wanted to ask him about. I put my little pebble back in my
He seems
breast pocket.
very... He's definitely intrigued by these little rocks that you keep bringing him, but has no idea what to make of them.
Okay, so the one you gave, what was the effect of the Stone of Babbling? The person who carries it babbles incoherently?
Yeah, at random intervals, you say 1d6 random words. I think it's a d6.
And does it have to be in your possession, or do you have to be holding it, or how does it work?
Anywhere...
Somebody just like snuck it onto me or something.
Yeah, anywhere in your pocket. Rygnerik got a reverse pickpocket it. On the
Now,
street.
this is probably just random things that Austin likes to add, but out of character, what if they're important that we have them? They come
You'll
across
never
like that?
know.
How much for the babbling stone?
He'll give it
Just
to
have
you. Yeah, he doesn't know what the hell to do with it.
If we put it in the bag of holding, will we babble?
There's one way to find out.
I toss it in the bag of holding. Rygnerik is holding.
No.
It started already. He's babbling.
No nipples! Damn it!
I'll put it in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Nice.
You put it in the bag of holding, and you all kind of like wait and stare at Dadrios for a second, and he doesn't say anything weird. But you also know it's at totally random intervals, so who knows?
I'm gonna have a collection of like random word stones. That's gonna do nothing. This adventure's gonna end. I'll be like, "What about the stones?" And you're like, "Oh, I forgot about those."
The final boss is like,
Yeah.
if
Sir,
only my only weakness.
Surely you've brought the 7 stones.
The 7 stones of legend.
Aw.
They're Dragon Balls.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
right.
Are we done with Owl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank him.
We'll see
we'll
you
be here
in the
to-
morning.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll have it first thing in the morning.
Thank
if
you.
If you have a change of heart about teleporting us, we'll tip nicely.
I'll be sure to let you know if I suddenly get brave.
Was that an owl pun he made?
Was it? Okay, so y'all head out.
I got a toaster waiting for me.
Oh my god. It took me a sec.
Oh, hold on a second, y'all.
Okay,
You
y'all
probably
wanna,
get
y'all wanna take a 5-minute break?
Yeah.
Okay, quick break.
Whee!
I'll mute so you don't have to listen to my dogs kill each other.
Hi, puppies.
They are wrestling in the living room currently. Hi, Ashley. Okay, quick break.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I'm making another margarita. Because the drunk DM lets y'all get away with more shit.
I'm gonna do this because I don't think the DM will remember that I can't do this.
I mean, it's totally a possibility depending on how much I've had.
Like, I'm pretty sure, it was funny how I did it, but I'm pretty sure I actually wouldn't have been able to use Lesser Restoration on Slorth.
I don't know. Maybe, probably not.
Yeah.
You got away
But-
with it, so.
Yeah.
Were you out of spell slots or what?
And he... No, just because... Like, I can't... I
I'm
can't...
dead.
You basically...
Oh, just as your character.
Yeah.
You can cast healing spells on others.
Oh, I thought I couldn't. Okay.
It's just things affecting you personally.
Ah. Yeah, I thought they wouldn't affect me and mine wouldn't affect others.
Did we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, shouldn't have reminded me.
Well,
It's like
also-
my buffs still work, but my
Well,
healing does not.
It's
Well,
not a
well,
heal. Restoration is technically not a heal.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a condition
True.
remove.
Never mind. Ignore me.
And your deity was rewarding you anyway for that sick ass jump you pulled earlier.
Hell yeah. I mean, heck yes.
Dude, I need to start following that deity because I lunged at a goddamn lizard lich when no one else was around him and tried to fucking polymorph him,
And you got your ass paralyzed.
and I got dick shit for it. So no, Dwayne Johnson smiling at me.
Yeah.
Dadrios summons his chair and begins speaking to you about his deity.
Oh, someone said his name. God damn it.
What?
I am totally willing to allow summon chair as a cantrip.
Oh, hold on. Actually, check this out. Hold up.
Do you have
Hold up.
summon chair?
No, something even better. Hold up. I was playing. I was gonna ask if it could be a cantrip, cause
Okay.
God, like I said, my stuff is too organized, so I know where it is. It just takes me hours to get to a specific file.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
me too.
Form of the camp counselor.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah, my D&D folders is like, depending on what we're doing, you might be like 12 folders deep.
I was playing Bloodstained, and this game gets me.
Summon chair.
Yeah. And so naturally, I did this. Hold on. I think it's this one.
Call forth a chair and set it down.
Yeah, this is fine.
That's awesome.
No, I can't share that with the window.
Ah,
At least you'd always be comfortable no matter where you are.
So, yeah, no, I'm totally cool with
that being a cantrip.
summon chair as a cantrip. It has to be used outside of combat.
Okay,
And,
that's
and,
cool.
and only when you're going to talk about your god.
Yeah, and your deity only allows it if you're going to talk about him.
Spread the good word.
I like how you said out of combat, so like I can't just WrestleMania summon a chair and beat someone with it.
Because I know y'all, and you're gonna pull some weird bullshit in combat that I didn't think of, and like one-shot my boss with a fucking chair.
I cast Blessed Weapon on my chair.
Yeah.
I awaken the chair.
Oh, God. We made of wood. Why not?
Yeah. The chair just talks about the deity.
Just nonstop.
Uh.
Okay, we're waiting on Ashling still.
I'm back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We're all
Oh,
back.
nice.
Okay. Okay, so as y'all leave the Gilded Quill, what are you doing?
I'm heading to Kashiki's.
You want to head in your toaster? Okay.
Also, who has the note that had the symbol on it? Do we take that
Oh
with us?
yeah, had your calling card on it,
Yeah.
I believe
and it
Rygnerik.
said the item is. Did it say the item is ready?
Yeah, something like that. The object is ready, something like that.
Yep.
And that was not a magical item, was it?
The note?
Yeah, it was not a magical note.
No, it was just a piece of parchment with handwriting on it and a stamp.
You said it was
Can-
handwritten.
Yes, as opposed to
Is there-
typed.
Is there something I could roll to see if I recognize the handwriting?
Yes, you can. Roll investigation.
All right.
It was you.
It was me the whole time. I'm
Quit spoiling it.
Could you use it to scry like the writer of it?
Oh, you said investigation. Okay.
Scribe did have something about having something that belonged to him, but I think I'd have to know.
You'd have
No,
to.
I don't recognize it.
You got to know the person, or at least know a description of the person.
Let me double check. Second hand, first hand familiar, body part, lock of hair or nail, possession or garment. They lose a save, but you probably
But you still got to
Have
know
no
who you're
particular
scrying
creature.
on.
you can't just say I want to scry on the creator of this, the writer of this paper.
Let me read it. Choose.
That doesn't say much for vague casting like other spells do.
It doesn't say you have to know them, or know what they look like. Just you've heard of them. We've heard of them. It's a guy that likes this deity that wrote this note.
I mean, there's only one person in existence that wrote the note, so
You could always try.
I mean, that's a 5th level spell. I don't want to burn that on the thing. But I am curious.
I mean, we're like resting for the night, right?
You feel like it might be within a realm of possibility. How well or if it'll work, you're not sure, but it seems logical enough to you.
I also don't have scrying memorized right now. So.
Well then, fuck you.
I have Commune with Nature memorized until further notice because it's too damn useful, but I should memorize scrying for tomorrow because we're going to need to know where that son of a bitch is. If he even allows us to scry him.
Okay, so here is... So planning for teleporting down there. Are we taking, like, tickers with us?
At that, Vlad actually pipes up and mentions he would like to go back to his swamp.
What?
It's been really fun, guys, but, like, it's really dry here and my skin's all cracked and I'd like to go home.
Well, we need the necklace back.
There's a wonderful moat around Dragonspear you'd love.
Which necklace did you give him?
Well, we talked about giving him one of the necklaces of, like, against scrying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'd give that back to you. But it's up to y'all.
I mean, is he just gonna walk?
I think we should leave Tickers and Sir Smush behind because this could go really south really fast.
Because they're your backup characters.
That too.
It could always go real south real fast.
If I die, can I reroll my character and just be Tickers?
If you wanted.
I still want to be the head slug.
He's got levels.
Can I be Sir Smush?
If you want.
Just do that now.
I'd allow it.
The nice thing about leaving them behind is that we are then all protected against scrying.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we have one extra if Vlad is leaving us, but, Bye, Vlad.
Oh, water breathing is a ritual, too. Sweet.
Vlad would like to go home.
Like...
I mean, we can't force him to
is it
stay
like
with us.
Is he like a hard sell, or is this like him, like, you know, I've been an intern for long enough now, you're either going to start paying me, or I'm going to start looking for another option?
It's more of... He's a simple frog guy who likes to sit in the mud and eat small critters, and y'all are adventurers, and this is a little much for him.
I think Slorth is visibly sad about it.
But you can come visit me whenever you want, and I'll give you a rat.
Sold.
I'd like that.
Okay.
I mean, is he just gonna walk? He's gonna get killed on the road. Like, how's he gonna get home?
He plans on walking.
I mean, he stood up to, like, he was in a 3-on-1 for a while. I think he'll be fine.
Fly or something, right?
Yeah, he can actually just fly too, or turn to a whale or something. Like he's not
whale?
travel helpless.
Okay, that's true. I feel a little better about it now. Little. Minimally. He was my buddy. My meat shield.
I kill your buddy.
I guess I'm the tank again, guys.
So as you part ways, Vlad returns to his eagle form and gives you all a nod and takes off and heads off north.
Hey, where's my money? Son of a bitch, you got my wallet!
Wait, where'd that cloak go? Motherfucker! Yeah, both
Alright.
bags of holdings are gone, so are all your magical items.
And my shoes.
And your
for some
shoes.
reason.
And your beard is gone. You don't even know when he got that one.
Did say he liked my beard.
It's now my pocket. But yeah,
Hey,
if you wanted to leave Tickers and Slorth, Sir Smush, you can leave Slorth too if you want.
You know what I want to do? I want to scry on one of those horses that Liz wanted to set free instead of us letting Vlad eat them, so we can know if they survived.
You can if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna scry on.
You don't have scry memorized.
Well, you know, I just pushed a button and poof, there it was.
Do you have it for today?
I mean, no, I don't.
Y'all haven't rested yet.
Yeah, I don't. And plus, I just use it to make fun to see if Liz sent those horses to their doom, or if they're alive. Or...
But they did
They're
skirt some
fine.
basilisk on the way out, so they might be okay. You don't know.
I scry at him, and they're right behind us, holding a knife. Oh no!
Why do I see myself in this scry?
Oh shit!
Okay, so we're teleporting down there. We can't take our cart, right? But we'll probably just want to get some horses.
So you're down to just 4 of you now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could. What is this? Teleport 10, I believe.
I think it was this caster plus 8 is what we've said before. So
Yeah.
so we could easily take enough horses for each of us.
Yeah. You could each take a horse.
How much does it cost to buy 4 horses?
We have horses.
You have
Do
horses.
we have horses? We do have horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got ox too.
You do. You still have your ox, which are pulling your cart currently.
And technically, they'd be going close to their home.
You did get them from around there.
Okay, is there anything else we're doing this evening?
This is
I
gonna
mean-
be like our first thing in a while without our NPC buddies.
I don't want to go into detail, but there's definitely some stuff going on this evening.
So, Slorth is gonna fail some Constitution saving throws later in the night.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
But-
another sad, embarrassing attempt.
But other than that, it's whatever you
My
want to do.
secret shame. Thanks for bringing it up. They're really gonna overcompensate for it the next day. Oh yeah, I gave her the business, right?
Oh. What are y'all doing with your evening? Are you?
How's my screaming lily pad?
God, where did y'all leave that? Did you look-
He's with
it's at the inn, right?
No. He's with Kashiki took him.
Oh, right.
Whenever she teleported, he goes, I gotta have my baby safe, and then he's back. I'm sure he's calmed down by now.
Oh yeah. So
She's
no,
probably
as
talking to him.
you actually, whenever you go back, he seems significantly happier. She built him his own little like pond, and there's other lily pads around, and there's like special dirt in the bottom of the water he can like reach down to. I think that's how lily pads work. But she seems like she's very good at taking care of plants, and
I love this
he
woman.
seems a lot more content and no longer just screaming in agony.
Until he sees me. And the memories
He does-
flooding back.
He does do like remember your breathing exercises when he sees you, but he seems more or less okay.
Sorry, I didn't bring you any friends this time, lad.
Freaking druids.
I'm sure Kashiki's happy about me not bringing new sentient plants for her to have to deal with. That's just part of the game when you marry a druid, or
I
when
don't
you're
think
with a druid.
she can understand the plant.
Yeah. Oh no, he's sentient. He can talk. He can
doesn't-
speak.
He doesn't have lips.
Well, he becomes I can make a tree sentient. They gain the ability to speak per the spell.
I'll have to put a pin in that. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
And I want this one to sound like Gilbert Gottfried.
God, not another one.
Any other news from her about the goings-on since she came back from that whole debacle that might be interesting?
From Kashiki, no. She, mainly when she returned, she was a little upset to find the rock missing, but relieved to hear that it's not just broken loose somewhere.
Any increase in business from the flood, getting tires rusty kind of thing?
Actually,
Wheels
yeah.
rusty?
She's gotten quite a good bit of business kind of repairing and just doing general repairs of things that were knocked over in people's houses and stuff like that. So yeah, she's not like rolling at it afterwards, but she did see a little spike in business.
Good. All right, we smash and go to bed.
Okay. What are the rest of y'all doing?
I'm spending the evening trying to figure out how
Watching.
to open this puzzle sphere that I've had forever.
Oh, okay. Make an intelligence roll.
Not investigation?
Uh,
I mean, it's totally sleight of hand, right?
let me hold on. I created this item like pre our first session, so let me check it again. Doink.
The item is ready with his sigil. Or it's with his deity sigil, right?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Yeah.
It's like an episode of Lost.
I'm basically racking my head to what it could mean.
Yeah, make an investigation check. Okay.
13.
So, you look at this puzzle, and it's got a very oddly intricate design, and at first it just looks like a paperweight, basically. Like, you don't see anything that you can really do with it. But as you start fiddling with it, and you start feeling around and feeling the different kind of design, you feel one little bump on it that feels a little different. You press it in and click. You're like, oh, okay, something moved there. And you feel it around. You feel no little part that turns. And you've made some progress on the puzzle. If you want to keep working on it, you can try again once per day with an investigation check to make progress on it.
Okay.
But you do seem to have made a small amount of progress.
367 days later.
I'm not sure how long it'll take you to get into it, but you did make progress on it tonight. Are the rest of you, what are you doing for the night? Are you retiring back to your inn, or what are you doing?
I'm at the inn trying to rack my brain about this note. Anyway,
Any
sorry.
mail from the inn?
Okay, what did you say, Ashley?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
You're fine.
I can wait for everyone else.
Oh, that's fine. You were gonna get a mail notification when you walked in, so if there was something you wanted to do, then let me know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just going back to the inn.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as you walk in, you're immediately greeted by the red-headed elf that recognizes Aisling and runs up to her and gives her a big hug. And it's like, oh, where have you been? And she's like...
I love the robe. It looks familiar.
And I'm like, girl, we have to catch up.
She immediately, like, grabs your wrist, walks you over to the bar, sits you on a stool, goes around, and puts, like, 2 shots down in front of both of you and takes one and, like, leans in. And
Do not tell the innkeeper about the wizards, for the love of God. A little seagull pops in.
And-
Don't tell her.
And then right before she starts gabbing with you, she's like, oh, wait, I've got, she looks under the bar and she's like, oh, crap, where did it, oh, yeah, okay, I got some letters here for you.
Yay!
Fan mail.
She hands, 2 to Aisling, and she holds one up and she's like, oh, where's your little bearded friend?
Rude.
He's with his girlfriend. I'll take that and give it to him.
Okay. She hands it to you, don't even question it. You seem charming. She likes you.
Felony.
It's only a felony if I open it.
Oh, you're gonna open it. Don't even pretend.
So,
No, I'm not.
are you opening your meal? Your meal?
So I'm gonna start with seeing. I want to see where Slorth's letter is from. I'm not
Okay.
gonna open it, but I'm being nosy.
The
Squish opens it. Can't charge a dog.
the return address has Daggerford on it.
Insight to know anything more about it?
You can make an investigation check.
Okay. Hold
Sorry.
on. I
Sorry.
was charging my phone and stepped away from my computer.
You're fine. You can't really insight it, but you can like see if you can like hold it up to the light or see anything you can see on it.
Okay.
Naked pictures
It's
Fan
naked
mail.
pictures.
Ooh.
of me that I sent to myself. nosy little elf, aren't
Can
you?
I tell anything?
21.
Can I tell anything good about this? I got a 21. Can I tell anything good about this letter
Yeah,
without
so-
opening it?
You immediately go up to like one of the lit candles on the wall and kind of like hold it up, almost burning it, and you're like kind of pull it back and hold it up. And inside you can see there's a single sheet of paper, and you can't really read it, but it appears to be a handwritten letter inside.
Ooh. I find this scandalous, but I tuck it away to give to him later.
I let everyone in Daggerford know I had a girlfriend. It had to be like Kashiki sending me something, whenever, for like the minute she was teleported over there.
No idea, you're not there.
Hopefully I'll find out soon.
Um,
And then I open my letters.
in addition to these personal letters to you, she does bring out a small box that are addressed to all of you. Just like some to Slorth, some to Rygnerik, some to you, of just fan mail
Nice.
for the champions. But yeah, the two letters, both of them contain a wax seal with your family crest on them.
Oh, good.
Gonna need a bottle.
Yeah, I order a bottle and open them up.
Okay. The elf slaps just gives you a whole bottle of whiskey.
She knows what kind. She knows the one.
Yeah, she knows the bottle you like.
Get some cheeses.
You open the first one. The first one is a just like way too good handwriting, beautifully written and very official correspondence from your kennel, the one that raises the warhounds, where you got Sir
Oops.
Smush. And it's despite its foreign language, it is a very excited letter from the head dog trainer there, who expresses an interest in training a rock, given the opportunity, and says, he would be delighted to come down at any point in time and explore those options.
Ooh.
So you definitely got a nibble there.
What did Slorth do with the rock?
He's at my
I can't
home.
remember because I'm a bit drunk.
He's at my home.
I don't know if you were there, but I'm sure at some point in time y'all could have talked about it. And yeah, he talked to the rock and told him to fly back to his home forest and hang out and wait for him, basically.
I gave him directions. Follow this river to the east before you hit the mountains on the north. And
Oh.
center of the
Well-
forest, there's a clearing.
I'm gonna stick that letter with Slorth's letter and let Slorth decide if he wants to respond or not.
Okay.
And then I wonder to myself, can Slorth read?
Have you ever asked him?
No.
You don't know then.
I take another shot and open the other.
Okay. You immediately recognize the handwriting of your mother.
Aww.
And it's this, like,
Con-
3-page long...
God.
condescending.
No, actually, it's a very proud, actually, and kind of heartwarming letter. She didn't understand a lot of the letter you sent to her, but she was very impressed by the list of creatures that you said you killed. And she expresses multiple times throughout the letter how she's very proud of you for going out there and making something of yourself.
Thank you for giving me in the game what I never had in life.
Yeah, she...
Proud parents.
And the elf is kind of like leaning over your shoulder just a little bit and kind of reading over your shoulder.
I like
And
this chick. What's her name?
oh god, I forgot it. Because I have so many NPCs. It is Chess.
Chess. I
Yeah.
like it.
Chess Yelfina.
I like her.
But
Not like
she's
that.
as she's kind of reading this, and you hear these little "oh," behind you, and she's like got her hands on her chest, and then she's like, "Oh, hold on. There was a box that came with that," and she rumbles under the counter and pulls out this little box, and you open up this very, very unnecessarily it's wrapped in postage, but inside that is this unnecessarily nice little box with 600 gold inside.
Hooray!
And the letter goes on about how, she hopes you're doing well and she's worried about you, but she believes in you, and hopefully this money will help you out a bit.
That's like a grandma sending you $5 with the birthday card.
It totally is. It's this, and she tells you a little bit about what's going on at home, and your grandfather passes gas all the time, and just some TMI family details, and it's a very long-winded but sweet letter to you.
Now, how rich is her family? If we had the Leviathan's Horde, could we buy out her family?
Um. Let me put it this way: I had to think about it.
That's scary. That's scary no matter what the answer is. That says a lot about our family
Yeah.
and the Leviathan.
Yeah, they're like the Bill Gates is like they're rich.
And you got you got 600 gold for it. That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, she secretly does love me.
12 healing
She
potions.
does. She
There you
seems very proud of you.
Yo.
And in the letter it also says, "Please God, don't tell your grandfather you've done any of this, or he will kill us both." Yeah, those are your letters.
Yay. So I pour another shot for Chess and I tell her everything we've been up to.
Okay, yeah, she total, like hand gestures, just the whole girls' night chatting. Yeah, y'all
Not about the
talk
wizards,
that
though.
way.
Oh, and I don't name the wizards, but I'm like, and then we
Powerful
rescue
missing wizards.
somebody really important
So-
and really powerful.
Shit.
So-
Wearing his fucking robe.
On the plus side,
Who it is.
on the plus side, like within even just an hour, both of y'all are just drunker than skunks, and
There we
like
go.
she's not gonna remember 98% of this story.
She's gonna wake up cold sweat.
You're
I
like,
stopped
yeah, I killed a dragon, and she's like, oh, cool, like she's just going along, and she's just having fun with you.
I heard they're really nice.
Yeah, I heard oh, black one, yeah, those, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, just totally having fun with you.
Is it true what they say?
A little bit of that, yeah. Rygnerik and Dadrios, what are y'all doing?
I'm just in room, just trying to rack my brain over this note.
Okay.
Oh, you get the adventurous suite, baby.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you want help like looking for into info for that note?
Any help would be appreciated. Yeah.
We could ask around my contacts if they know anybody in town.
That would be fantastic.
Sure. Make an investigation check, and you add something to that, I think. Rygnerik, make the roll and do it with advantage since you're both asking around.
Nice.
So is that
25.
25? Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, you have to kind of step away from, straight edge guard looking Dadrios several times to get people to talk to you.
Does he turn like his cap sideways?
Yeah, like Rygnerik asks a question and Dadrios pulls out a chair and sits on its backwards and he's like, let's go over here. But yeah, you do you show the note to a couple people and no one recognizes the handwriting or anything. One person does recognize the holy sigil as being of Seraviv. Am I saying that correctly, Dadrios?
Yeah.
Yeah, being Seraviv's sigil. And he's like, well, from what I know, there's this like cult thing way up north.
Don't use the C word.
I visibly look hurt.
Bunch of crazies.
And he like this half gnome, half dwarf, kind of grungy looking guy. He kind of looks up at you and looks at the sigil and just continues talking like he didn't care. He's like, I think they worship some kind of evil god or something like that. I don't know. Apparently there was some kind of like coup or something recently. I don't really know a whole lot about it though. They're kind of a small sect. That's all I have to say.
Okay. So I go back to Dadrios and say, so what I've learned is that this sigil is apparently the symbol for an evil cult up north. That recently
The chair is rumbling.
that recently had a coup and like somebody else, cooed.
Somebody did some cooing.
Yep.
Alright.
Do you know anything about this evil cult, Dadrios?
I don't know anything. I don't know nothing
They
about
are
an evil cult.
Nothing but friends, and it's about family, juggalos, basically. It's all about companionship and camaraderie.
We sat around the campfire every night, worshiping the giant thing in the forest.
Just meth and gigolo banging.
Yeah.
So what is this cult?
Oh dear.
Don't call it a cult.
Please. He dies a little inside.
I take 1d8 emotional damage.
The only kind you can't heal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I know what they were talking about. There was an incident, part of what made me go on this journey. If he's talking about a coup, there was an incident where there was like an insurrection. We don't really know what it was, but we ended up fighting amongst ourselves. That might be what he was talking about, but I still don't understand what that has to do with this.
Well, so is it possible that whoever is in charge now is working with the Lich?
I don't really want to entertain that thought, but it could be. I don't want to doubt the higher ups. But after looking at this note and, after we fought the Lizard Lich, I do have some doubt.
Well, your god did smile upon you when you tried to stop him, so
Exactly, that's why I'm so confused.
maybe you're on the right path, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, babe.
Where's that music coming from?
I changed the music.
Oh, okay.
If you
That's,
muted the other one, it might have popped up.
The porn music from
Yeah,
Kashiki's.
it is.
So, I guess here's the question. Is tracking down these people and what's going on with them useful for getting the souls back anyhow?
For getting the souls back, I'm not... It could be, but I guess at this point it might be more personal, but it could be if they know something about souls, or if the dragons become a threat later.
Okay.
I don't really
yeah.
know.
This might be a tomorrow
Yeah.
or next week problem.
Yeah, thanks for your help, though.
When we killed that W guy that owned that manor, did he die, or you think maybe just like reabsorbed into the house?
Mm-hmm. He seemed dead, but
It might be. At some point, I don't know if I'll have to do it after get it back to like do some more research about that. Once we get the souls on freeing them or something, I don't know. That's a next week problem. Slorth is pondering these things as he's twirling Kashiki's chest hair.
I love it.
Okay. Well, are we ready to skip to the next day?
So y'all head back to the inn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
my hair is actually done again. The braided beard, braided back, and I got my clothes clean. Looking like I didn't just roll out of a swamp.
Do you go back to the inn, or you sleep at Kashiki's?
I wake afterwards. I'll go back to the inn in the morning.
Okay, so you're sleeping at Kashiki's for the night.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm staying there for the night.
Gotcha. So, you go into the inn. Dadrios and Rygnerik, you settle down. Dadrios, you are definitely... You stay up a little bit worried about kind of everything that's going on and not really understanding and thinking back some on your past. Rygnerik, you definitely have your own concerns too, but do manage to find sleep eventually, as does Dadrios. Slorth is out like a light. He's exhausted. He has no problem going to sleep.
By the way, I bar my door with the immovable rod.
Okay.
Nice.
Noted.
They go in the window anyways.
Ashling stays up pretty late into the night. The chest does manage to kind of stumble you back to your room and put you in your bed before you pass out. But you all do find sleep eventually.
Long rest.
Rygnerik, as you're dreaming, you find yourself in the middle of the street. The sun is high, the weather is cool, and only a handful of clouds pepper the beautiful sky. People of all different races pass by you, and you look down kind of at yourself and where you are, and you realize that you're standing on the Street of Bells. This is a road you've walked many times, often in secret, and you know at the end of this walk is an orphanage called Lyra's Lost. You look down at your hands and you see a bag just bulging with coin. And there's kind of a bounce in your step as you walk forward. You know how useful this coin is and how it betters the lives of the people of this orphanage. As you're walking, you suddenly hear a shout of alarm, and as you look up, you can see smoke in the direction of your walking. You rush forward as fears and worries start to gather in your mind of the worst, only to be blocked by a crowd that seems to be surrounding the orphanage. You push your way through the crowd and come to the front, and you see the orphanage set ablaze. You drop the coin and you try to rush forward, but the surging crowd stops you. You dodge and you push past all the people in your way, and you finally break back through the crowd again, and the orphanage is gone. There's no fire. There's not even a building. There's just a smoothed over lot where the orphanage used to be. You grab a faceless man passing you, and you demand to know what happened. He turns to you and he says, "The land was bought." You say, well, what of the children? He says, "Lost, gone, no home, nowhere to stay." He tries to leave, but you hold his arm. You say, "Who bought the land?" The man simply points to a small wooden post in the middle of the lot. You let him go, and you run up to the post to see who could have done this. And on the sign, you see a single word burned into the wood that says Dimneys.
Says what?
Dimneys. Dimnys.
Do I recognize that word?
You can think about it in the morning. Ashling, as you find yourself passed out, just face down, ass up in your bed, just just sleeping great. Your dreams come to you, and as you kind of step into this dream, you find yourself home, in your family's home, in your grandfather's estate. And it's been so long since you've been here, you're immediately filled with this just feeling of joy and remembrance from the time you spent there. Even if it wasn't all great, you had good times there. You immediately rush to your grandfather's main house, just throwing open the doors, and you see him sitting there in the living area in his favorite chair. You run up to him and you throw your arms around him and hold him tightly, and immediately just start telling him all the crazy things you've done since you've left home. A little more coherent than with your drunken elf friend, but as much as you can tell. You tell him of the giant skeleton and the magic portal, this horrible large underwater beast to the south, a flooded casino where you defeated this huge man for this prize. And you even take out your little soap-filled dagger and kind of show him the quote-unquote blood come out of it. And you tell him about the little blue kobold you befriended that day. And as you turn to introduce him to Tickers, you don't see Tickers. You look around the room, and the room feels larger than it normally is. Empty. You don't see your dog. You don't see any servants around. You see no one. You turn back to your grandfather, and he is also gone. Where is he gone, you wonder? Off to war, a voice tells you. War with who, you ask. The organization, the voice answered. What about mother, you ask. Lost, the voice says. gone. You run out of the room and throw open the doors and immediately have to shield your eyes from the heat and light of the estate burning around you. You stumble forward, and in front of you, you see the bodies of all the family's servants and groundskeepers and your siblings. And as your foot strikes something, you look down and you see your mother's dead body at your feet. You fall to your knees and you immediately start chanting healing magic. And as you look down, you suddenly see a deep knife gash appear in her stomach. And then another connecting it, and then a third, and a fourth, and soon you see a word appear across your mother's bloody corpse. Exis. EXSYS.
The same name?
No, this is a different word.
Oh.
Slorth. You pass out, just happy as a drunken dwarf.
All good dreams. Good, thanks.
All good dreams. And as you pass into sleep, you find yourself flying. This is not anything particularly new to you, but as you go to flap your wings and fly higher, you realize that you have no wings. In fact, you look down at yourself and you don't seem to have a body at all. Your consciousness seems to be floating freely along the wind. You are someone who communes with nature regularly, and you are used to the feeling nature gives you when it pulls you and demands your attention, and you immediately recognize that you are not dreaming. You've actually felt this feeling before, back in your home forest, when the spirit in the trees around you told you to seek out the strange magic that was disrupting the natural order. You understand that you've been intentionally pulled from your body and out into the world, and so you immediately stop trying to fight or guide your flight. You just let it float along like a leaf on this breeze. And as you watch, the landscape just soars by beneath you, and you begin to recognize parts of it, and before long you can see a familiar forest in front of you. You look fondly upon it, feeling just a sense of warmth and remembrance, but the wind you're floating on turns cold suddenly. Not like the cold of winter, but a chill of death courses through you. You catch movement in the air, and your eyes look up, and you see this dark green, sickly looking rain begin to fall on your forest, and you can do nothing but watch as each droplet begins to burn and melt away the plants and the trees. You wrestle control back from the wind, and you bring your arms and legs back to you, and you dive down into the forest, landing hard in the now burning mud, and summon your staff to your side to do something, to summon a barrier, to do anything to protect your forest. And as you do, vines lash out from the dark and whoosh, wrap around your wrists and pull your arms tight. You struggle against them, but you just can't seem to break their hold, and do nothing but watch as your entire forest melts in front of you into just sludge and death and dead animals everywhere. Your whole forest is gone. It's lost. And as you look out in front of you, you can see animals laid out into a word, spelling Cherdys. Cherdys.
Southwood.
Dadrios.
Oh.
You wake up in your bed, but not the bed at the inn that you went to sleep at. You're back in your home in the Citadel Felbar, in your familiar bed of your room. You have some fading memory of other happenings in a faraway place, but can't seem to recall them, even though a nag of importance seems to come with them. You can't bring up what they were. They were the dream to you. Regardless, it didn't seem to matter. You knew there was a gathering this morning in the guild hall to discuss a new faction that was calling for aid from your sect. You already knew that Saraviv would grant aid to whoever asked it, so you were a little confused as to why it would warrant a meeting through the members of your sect, but you you weren't one to question such orders you were given. You don your armor, you take your sword, and you proceed to the guild hall where you meet your comrades and your friends. These are people you've known your entire life. Your best friend from childhood waves you over, and you sit on a long wooden bench next to him as the delegates begin to speak on this matter. Food is served during this meeting, and you begin to eat, and the food is delicious. And partway through the meeting, the words they are speaking seem to start to mumble and muffle, and you're having a hard time understanding them. You go to take another bite of your meat, and you look down, and you see maggots crawling over the drumstick you have in your hand. You drop it on the plate, and you see maggots all over your plate, all over your food. You look out at the spread of food in front of you, and it's all rotten and covered in rats and ants and vermin of all kinds just swarming over this rotten meat. You turn to your close friend next to you and find only a corpse looking back at you, his eye sockets empty. You turn back to the other side, and you meet with another rotting, decaying body, mouth open, tongue removed. Panic, you turn back forward and find that the food in front of you is gone, but where your plate was, you see the severed head of a raven with no eyes. Under it, carved into the table, is a word: Kyries. K-I-R-Y-S. Dadrios, what do you do?
So you said am I in like a dining hall, right?
You're in like a dining hall. Yeah.
I immediately read the word, scoot my chair back, and I run to the nearest door to see what I can see outside.
Okay. You push away from it all, and you turn, you burst open the door, and as you do, a screech of a raven from a darkened sky beckons you, and you look up, and you see, in place of the sun, impossibly huge, a massive, singular, black slitted eyeball above you, its gaze burning down into you. As you watch, you can see thousands of maggots crawling over the eye, burrowing into it as it stares at you. What do you do?
I run back inside, back to my room, see if I can find anybody.
Okay. You go to move, and you feel your foot sink, and you look down, and your foot has sunken into the cobblestone as it actually crawls up and wraps around you. You try to pull your other leg. The cobblestone wraps around you there too. Make a strength check.
Alright. 19.
Okay. You pull, and you pull hard. You break your leg free with one leg, and you pull on the other leg, and you struggle, and you break that leg free too, and you're running back to your room?
Yeah, looking for anybody on my way.
Okay. You start to run, and you hear that screech again, and you look up, and the eye, despite having turned around, is again in front of you. You duck your head down, and you start desperately looking around for your comrades, but see no one. You return back to your chambers and reach for the door and try the handle, and it's locked, and you pull on it, and you pull, and you start shouldering it and trying to break it with your sword, but nothing can bar the door. You look up again as this eye draws your gaze, and you begin to see maggots falling, burning from the pupil and landing on the ground as you watch a flaming sword comes out of the center of the eye. And staring mesmerized, it comes and flies at you. That is a 23 to hit. I assume that hits you?
Yes.
You take 59 points of burning damage as this flaming sword, one you recognize and have wielded before, impales through your chest. Are you still up?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm doing the math, because that was a lot.
Sure.
Hold on. But yeah, I know I'm still up. But yeah.
Okay, we'll figure out where you're at.
Okay. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. This sword is buried and impaled in your chest. What do you do?
You said I recognize this sword?
You do. It is your sword. It is your flaming sword.
In this... Do I remember its name in this state?
The name of your sword? Yes, you do.
Okay, I grab the handle and I say Flaros.
Okay. The fire does not go out.
Burn.
What do you do?
Doesn't go out.
Punch the eye.
I guess because obviously running isn't working. I'm going to try to just pull it out normally while saying a prayer and walking forward.
Okay, make a strength check. Nice. So even you flex your muscles and you can feel your muscles straining against your armor, and you feel a strength given to you even beyond your own as you forcefully and struggle pull this sword out of your chest and kind of collapse panting on the ground. And you look up at the eye, and you see the eye begin to almost break apart and undulate and move, and the slit darkens and blackens, and you see it almost break into thousands and thousands of pieces as black ravens swarm from it and begin swarming in this massive circle in the sky. You see a long tendril seem to stretch out from it, made of these just swarming and fighting and tearing each other apart ravens. And you see the mass reach out far, far beyond what you can see, but somehow you could tell where it was reaching. And you see it reach deeply into the south, yearning for some kind of object. And you grip your sword and you concentrate, and you can feel the tendril reaching to a sort of magical gate made of unstable magics. And you hear another screech from the raven, and all the birds in that tendril die and fall to the ground. As you watch, another tendril reaches out in the same manner towards the east, and you concentrate and you follow it, and you see it deeply into the swamp. And again, you hear that ear-piercing screech, and the birds die. A third tendril reaches out towards Waterdeep, but before it completely reaches there, it seems to hesitate a moment and curl back up towards the swamp and seem to be dancing between the two of them, kind of unsure where to go. Suddenly you see 3 more tendrils burst out from this horrible creature, 1 to the north and 2 to the west, to destinations unknown. And as you feel the blood oozing from the wound in your chest, you feel your consciousness start to darken. And as you watch, the blackness of this creature spreads and covers everything until blackness is all you can see. And everyone wakes up. It is morning.
Rygnerik, what was your name? The word you got?
We haven't talked about our dreams at all yet.
I was asking out of character, but okay. I head to the inn.
Yep. So Slorth, as he had previously arranged, makes his way back to the inn.
Wait.
Sure.
What was Sir Smush's bad dream?
I was going to ask that.
You'll have to ask him.
He's still running when you wake up.
Mhm.
Dog running in his dreams.
You look over and he's going. "Roo, roo, roo." And running.
Did he have a dream that we ran out of biscuits?
He did. He dreamt that you were feeding him jerky, but you ran out, and it made him really sad. But then he woke up and he smelled jerky, and so he was happy again.
And then there was a name in the empty jerky bag.
Yeah.
I go running to check on the orphanage.
Okay.
And I just take off.
Yeah, without even saying hello to anything, you take off down the stairs and go just sprinting down the road, and come skidding to a halt in front of it. The orphanage looks fine.
Okay. I go inside. I'm like, how's it going, guys?
The curator immediately sees you. Oh, Rygnerik, this woman in a long black dress, human, immediately happy to see you. She's like, oh, we're so glad you're back. And like 6 children are like, Rygnerik, and they run up to you and they all kind of tackle on you.
Okay.
They seem to be doing okay.
I spent a few minutes playing with them, and
Okay.
then I hand the head person like 250 gold and
Okay.
ask if anything weird has happened recently.
She holds your hand and says like a blessing prayer and thanks with you, and she's just so great. You're basically like, she doesn't say the words, but she's like, you're keeping this shit alive right now. But you ask her what?
Just if anything weird has happened recently, or
well, the whole city flooded a while back, but it drained out and
yeah, we took care of that.
Oh, okay. Well, no, other than that, nothing. We all had some memory loss a bit before that. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, we took care of that too.
Oh, well, you're just taking care of all of our problems.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
no, nothing else weird.
Good to hear. I have stuff to do now. Bye.
Okay, drop by anytime. And the kids are like, bye, Rygnerik, bye, waving and happy.
I'll stroll back to the inn.
Okay.
I order a Bloody Mary and just a huge plate of bacon.
Okay, easy enough. Yeah, the human working, I think it's a human working in the morning, who you look hungover, and so does he. Honestly, he's just like, he seems to just not bother like measuring quantities, and just like 2 fistfuls of bacon and a nice tall Bloody Mary for you.
Perfect. I can only assume that was just a terrible whiskey dream.
Are there good whiskey dreams?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Fair enough.
So I just sit down with my bacon and my Bloody Mary and put my head in my hands and start nibbling.
Okay.
If I stroll in and see her, I'm gonna sit by her and be like, I had the worst dream last night.
Me too.
It was so realistic.
Right. What happened?
My most precious thief hideout got burned down.
My totally manly stabby place.
I mean, no one would look for you in an orphanage.
And then some guy named Dimnes like bought up the land and was responsible. It was weird. It was bad.
How was it spelled?
Dimnys.
Yep.
I offer you some bacon.
Oh, thank you.
I had a weird dream too. I dreamt my whole family got butchered and I lost Smush and Tickers.
Oh.
You see most Smush and Takers are like, ooh.
No!
Well, at least you just lost them and they weren't like murdered.
No, that they were murdered.
Oh.
That kind of loss.
Tickers
Or
was like,
Tickers, I don't know. They were just gone.
was I murdered?
You got the worst. Was there a name in your dream too?
Are you? You would have joined. You would have made it back at this point in time. Do you join them in the room?
I'm already eating her bacon.
Okay. Slorth is just there eating your bacon.
You turned for a piece, and I'm already chewing on it.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a name. It was, and I don't remember what it was.
Exys. EXSYS.
Xerxes, got it.
Dadrios, what are you doing when you wake up?
I imagine I wake up in kind of a cold sweat. But I immediately check my chest where I was stabbed.
More of a cool
You
sweat.
immediately hold your chest, and you notice there is a, like, where you were stabbed feels warm, and as you kind of remove your shirt, you can see there's a red line there where the skin is irritated.
Okay, I look over at my sword to see if it's on fire on its own.
No, your
It's next
sword's,
to the bed.
sword's just sitting there.
Well, I guess I'll shake that off, don my armor as usual, and kind of, in a haze, kind of walk downstairs.
Okay. As you walk by, you do see the three of them sitting in Ashling's room. If you want to join them, that's up to you.
You probably hear us talking about dreams.
You would overhear.
Yeah,
some of it.
I'll just come in and sit down without saying anything.
Okay.
Dadrios isn't feeling too great right now.
Dadrios?
As Dadrios walks in, you all notice he looks incredibly pale and not sick, but definitely like he had a pretty bad night.
Did you have a prophetic dream too, lad?
Well, I had a. Guess you could say that. It's weird because it was the first dream I've had in a while.
It actually is the first dream you've had in a very long time.
And I don't know. I don't know if it was PTSD or something calling out to me.
Was
Did
there
y'all have
a-
bad dreams?
Was there a name in your dream?
Yeah. It was
You saw the word Kyries.
Kiris.
Yeah, Kiris. Kirys.
and it was etched on the table, and I don't know what it means. It's one of my it's one of the 4 virtues of my deity. I don't know why it was there. I don't know why that one particular was there.
I give my dream to and the name.
I pull out that note we were looking. I was showing people the other day, and I'm like, that was the name in my dream.
You do see all 4 words around the birds of the Holy Sigil on the note.
Well, damn. Your god turned on us and is driving us mad.
Mail check?
And that's where we'll end tonight.
Wait,
Oh, fuck.
my letter.
What do you want to do? Real quick?
I want to do 2 things. One, I want to read my letter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I suddenly remember. I hand you the letter addressed to you, and then I also hand you the letter from our kennel master and say, I found someone willing to train the rock. I don't know what you did with him, but
He's at my forest, hopefully not burning it down with green acid. And I smell the letter first. To me. Smell familiar?
You immediately recognize Kashiki's smell.
Oh, I open it up and read it.
It is a very heartfelt and worried letter.
Breakup note? Not a breakup note?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's yeah. To whom it concerns. No.
Oh!
No, it is a very kind of sweet and worried letter from Kashiki when you sent her off to Daggerford, hoping that you're okay and telling you she's thinking about you and that she took real good care of the carriage and things like that. And there is, at the bottom, like, you have to kind of look at it a sec to realize that it's like a lipstick kiss mark because of all the hair around the lips kind of smears it a bit. But you do figure out that's what it is eventually.
I immediately animal messenger her that I got the letter. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Okay. Little squirrel takes off.
Oh no, it's a seagull.
Okay, seagull takes off.
In this town, it's always a seagull.
Caw! I got your letter!
No, it sounds like me. It opens its mouth.
Why did you scream like that, though?
Yeah, for some reason. One of the thing I want to do is, we probably don't have time to stop by there, but I want to take a vial of basilisk oil and put it in a box and send it to our gambler friend.
Okay.
With a little note saying to remind you.
So
Well, our gambler friend is unconscious.
yeah,
Oh, he's one of them.
yeah, he's one of the 4 wizards. Him and his boyfriend.
Well, you know what? He's not gambling.
That is true. This is one way to keep him from gambling.
Damn it! I was gonna send it to him as like a reminder to keep on the up and up.
When we put his soul back in his body, you can have him wake up to that.
But yeah,
Would it kill someone if I fed him basilisk oil?
if you can
Probably.
No, that's probably bad. That was gonna be my good deed for the day, is to send him a little reminder to stay on the up and up.
try. Yes, give him the. That's like handing a gambler like a bag full of chips and be like, "Here's a reminder not to gamble."
Yeah, but it's just letting him know we remember, and we're doing this as a test. You fail, you're gonna. Well, we're not gonna take your soul out. Anyways.
All right, guys. So y'all can think about the events of the night prior, and then the day will be yours when we rejoin next week.
Heyo.
Radio.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Good times, guys.
Everyone have a good night.
Gals.
Yeah,
Bye.
it was fun. Have
Bye.
a good night, y'all.
Hey.